Showtime.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and upcoming Happy New Year's. Not so long ago, got back from Florida, guys. Had a little trip with the family, man. Definitely had a blast. Trying to see what the market is going to do as we are transitioning from 2025 into 2026. So we're definitely going to see what we have going on. What's up, Chubb? What's up, boss? Man, appreciate you so much, man. Chubb, any trades today, boss? What you got today, man? I know I was talking to Atomic earlier about the setup this morning. Was telling, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Same to you too, Queen. Appreciate you.
Paper trading, LOL.
Yeah, so, the thing that I called out this morning for Spy Boss was once we got this nice little pullback, we started to get this little downtrend set up, I told everybody to possibly be on watch out for the possible transition, and that was just due to VIX. I kept my eyes peeled on VIX. As long as we stayed underneath that, or came back underneath that 1488 level, if you notice, we had a gap fill. We still have a gap fill to go. A long, huge gap fill from those areas of 1360, and we gapped up all the way up towards 1460, almost like a dollar gap up. So right here, you can see that after we made this little move from after I was in pre-market, we started to fade, started to commence that gap up. You can gap fill on down. So you can see right here, we're already filling the first portion of that area that's right here towards these tops, towards these highs. So once we get this nice crack underneath that 1429, we still have some room to still fall back to finish the rest of this gap fill down towards that 1360 to 1350-ish area. So right now we are falling back underneath this area here. We are underneath the VWAP. We're underneath this old high from what was this? Was it Friday or Thursday? Friday, right? Yeah, Friday area here. So right here, that's where we're falling back underneath. We falling right back underneath that old high of day, starting to crack that. So as long as we can stay underneath that area of 1430, we have the rest of this gap to fill down on VIX. So that means as long as VIX keeps falling, SPY has room to push his way back up to the upside and get that continuation transition back up towards the upside. And I'm gonna show you another thing that caught my attention. See, right here's my 5-minute time frame of SPY, and down here's my 1 hour. So these are the main ones that I used as far as my chart setups. So I like to look at the 1 hour to kind of get a good idea, because what it does is it wipes away all the clutter. You know, as far as all the choppiness and everything, where it gives you more of a visual outlook on what SPY is doing. So right here, now I'll bring it up too as well. Let me try to maximize it a little bit so I can show you what I seen on my 1 hour first, to give me an idea, for the possible transition or the possible reversal. Let me go back real quick. All right, let me go to my 1 hour time frame on this bad boy and go to my 1 hour here. Bam. So this is what I seen before, Chubb and Taylor. This is what I seen here before. So right here, I was, and I did post this earlier, that I seen an uptrend. We was on an uptrend, still holding this uptrend with room to fall back down to this bottom downtrend here. See, every time we come back down to these bottom downtrends, buy you step in. Bottoms, buy you step in. Bottoms, you can see buy you stepping in. So right now, we're still in this range where we are getting rejected at these tops. It's still holding at these bottoms. So this area that I have marked off. Now, the reason why I have these levels here is based off the past. So right here is these high of days. That was around the 685, 87, if you want to round it off, 686. So that was one of the levels that I had spotted here for possible area where buyers can step in. And then from that area, I had down here where we had this little bouncing area right around 683.50. And then the last but not least area was going to be right here, which is going to be, to me, was going to be more of the stronger area. Around this 681.30. Now, the reason why I say that is because that area was once a strong resistance at one point, where we got a nice pullback from this area. But now that we're on top of it, now we can turn resistance now into possible support. So I was watching all three of these key levels to see what buys were going to step in. First was going to be around this trend line and around this area here first. That was going to be that area I was going to look at as first and foremost. Then from that price point was going to be this key area where I seen buys came in before. And then last but not least, this area here. So if we didn't hold, this is what I was expecting. This is what I was anticipating was this. So what I was anticipating was going to come down towards these key areas and then start to move our way back on up, kind of like this, going into for a transition back to the upside. That's what I was anticipating. But we wound up holding right above this key level first and foremost because of based off the old high of day. So basically those buyers utilize the old high of day for possible support, trying to get that bounce back on up and plus that trend line holding. Excuse me guys, got a little cold, man. Coming back from Florida, man. I'm a little bit of a head cold, so excuse me on that, I apologize. But right now you can see that we still are in this range. Going from these bottoms, if you notice, look at the range. Still holding these tops. Bottom still in this range. You can clearly see this uptrend is still holding. So that's what I was keeping on watch. So next key level that we could push back up to, I do see around that 689.40 back up to 690. That'll put us back up to these old key levels here. These old areas here from these high days. So if we do get a push back on up, I do see this area where buys could push back up to the upside where sellers could be sitting at. So I do see that. So I did see the area where buys could come in at, and I do see the areas where sellers could be coming in at. So nice little bounce to the upside after this nice little sell-off we had this morning. Now transitioning back to the towards the upside of around that possible areas of 689 and 690. So I do see that for right now. But I was anticipating these bad boys, I ain't gonna lie, because I wanted a deep drop where some good buys would be sitting at for that nice transition back to the upside. But like I said, as of right now, they're holding this area here. For right now, they're definitely holding this area. And again, that was just based off of my 1 hour. And you can see, look, from that 1 hour, look at your 5-minute time frame. Pushing right back up to these key areas. See that? Getting that nice green candle stepping in. See that? Off of that 1 hour. And look at your 5-minute time frame. Going from a downtrend now to an uptrend. See that? Nice little trend. Nice transition. Nice transition. And then you still got VIX still on this possible continuation gap fill on down. Look how much room you have to still fall back down on VIX, guys. Look right here. Look at this gap fill. Look how much room. Let me move it over just a little bit. Right about here. Look all this move. Look all this room you have to come back down to fill that gap fill. So, I mean, right now, we definitely got buys to definitely step back in, trying to push their way back up to the upside. So, some good opportunities still. So, anything else, guys, that we need to look at? Matter of fact, let's go over our main. Let me see how we're looking on as far as our blue chips. Let me take a look at these real quick. How we looking on the blue chips? As far as Apple and all of them, how we looking? Let me bring these up real quick, guys. Let me bring this up. Chubb say he paper trading. Excuse me. All right, let's take a look at these bad boys. See what we got. See, you got Tesla. Nice little pullback. Ran up close towards that 500. Nice little pullback. What, about $20 drop? Shit, damn near. Almost a damn near $40 drop, close to 40, from 500 all the way back down to 60, close to a nice little $40 drop. Got this little area right around 445 to see can buy us hold. Let me see what we're looking like on the rest of them. Meta, we already know what Meta. Always been battling around this dang 660 still. 660, we already cracked the trend line, so there's no point even having that right now until we get back above that. So let me do away with that. So 660 and now back underneath it. Longs, we know we got to get back above 660 to get that push back up towards that 680. We know that for sure. Tesla, we do have room to fall back down towards the 460s, down to 455s. Keep that on watch. Apple, let's take a look at you. Apple. How we looking like on Apple? Apple, we know we got to get back above that 276 to 270. Oops, I'm sorry about that. 276 to 278. That's why I hate having these little small charts, man. It's so hard to navigate. That's why I like to have bigger charts on these things. I do apologize about that. I'm trying to show as many charts as I can. So it looks like it's trying to break out of that downtrend. As far as Apple, you have held that 272.27 level, trying to push its way back up to 275 to 276. We do have these highs right around this 278 to 280. So Apple could be setting itself up for a possible push coming up soon. So guys, do it. Like I said, do excuse me, man. Again, just came back from out of town and just had a little head cold. I do apologize. I apologize about that. AMD, what was that? 214, 215 level. We do have to get that break, back above 220, 225 to get that push back up towards the upside. The ideal target is around 230. Google, let me see. Not really too concerned about Google too much. I'm not really worried about that. Let me see. Nvidia, we did break out of this downtrend setup. We definitely want to get back above that 190 for that possible push back up towards the $200 level. So the main one that I see holding up on the long side, long opportunities, I do see Apple for a possible long opportunity back up towards the upside. As long as we get this bill back up towards the 76, 78. You already got Tesla already pulling back down. Look to see can bias hold this 455 level. Meta for longs, we want to get back above 660 because we want to get back in that range of 660, 680 for that possible push up to 700. Anything else that's really standing out? I don't really see anything really standing out, and I know we get closer and closer towards the new year coming in. Let me see if I see anything else. But Apple for sure. Meta still has a fighting chance as long as you get back above 660 for sure. Nvidia, we just got to get back above 190. Let me see anything else. Let me see if I see anything else, guys. Let me see if I see anything else. Let me go to the other ones. And y'all kind of hear in my voice some of this stuff. I do apologize about that. All right, let's see. What else we got? Amazon, what we got on you? Amazon, how we looking? Right now, want to get that move right back above 232.50 up to 234. I mean, Amazon look like it still has a nice little fighting chance as well. IWM, I know I got a lot of IWM traders. Right now, IWM is on a downtrend. We definitely want to get back above, where we at right now? Underneath the 250. Get back above that 250 up to 252. So we want to break out of that downtrend. So that's still looking a little weak at this time. Nothing on IWM at this moment. On the long side, everything else looking pretty weak. How we looking for Microsoft? Microsoft, yep, downtrend as well. So a lot of them is not holding pretty well at this time. CRWV, downtrend. Yeah, CRWV, downtrend. Anything else? We already looked at SPY already. What else? VIX. And the thing about it, VIX is fading. So we should be seeing a bounce coming up soon on SPY. VIX is still trying somewhat fading on this bad boy. I just don't see a lot of them holding right now. Like I said, the only ones I seen was Apple, Meta. We don't see anything that was really holding pretty strong at this time. Let me see. Any other stocks, guys? Anything else that we need to look at? Let me see. I don't see anything on my scalpers at this moment either, though. Everything is in a red. Not holding pretty strong right now. Let's see what they said on CNBC though. Let's see what was on that one. What did they say? All right, as far as CNBC. Said S&P 500 falls as investors take profit on tech stocks into final stretch of 2025. Stocks fell on Monday, spurred by losses in technology after the S&P 500 scaled to fresh record levels last week. So yeah, like I said, right now, as we cross over to 2026, so I'm gonna start. Like I said, the main thing that I have fear of on SPY. Remember, we talked about this on the 5-year chart. Could we see a repeat of 2021 to 2022? So let me bring up the 5-year chart. See, this is the only thing that was just making me paranoid. Because remember, we talked about this weeks in advance, damn near a month in advance, about SPY. Remember, we went over this. Go back to my 10-year chart, 10-year week. Let's see. Go back a little bit. Close my... Like I told you, the only thing that was concerning of me with SPY was the fact that we couldn't stay above, you know, the 688, 690, which we are hitting that strong trend line right here. Remember, last time we hit this level was all the way in 2021, 2022. So see that as we crossed over from one year to the next, what happened? We had a bearish market. See that? we fell from the 480s all the way back down towards the 450s. Then we wind up holding that bottom area around 450s, crossing over from 2022 into 2023. Then we created that cup and handle pattern, which we finally got that break above 480, and then went on that nice run to the upside. Next key level was around 610. So if you notice that we went on a nice cup and handle pattern, but like I said, as we crossed from 2021 into 2022, we had a bearish market, and that was after hitting that strong red trend line because we couldn't stay above 480. So the only thing that's making me paranoid, now we're in the 680s. So now we up 200. So the only thing that's making me paranoid now is 680s instead of 480s. And remember, 610 was your old breakout level after 480s. See, after we got rejected at 410, we fell all the way back down to 480s. Remember, that was the old area that buyers utilized for now support, which you got that rapid move right back on up, broke above 610, created some new highs right around the 680s, 690s. But look what we're doing again. We're hitting that red trend line close towards the end of the year, kind of like we did in 2021, 2022, where we got that nice sell off towards the downside. So, guys, chat, let me ask you this. What do you think was going to happen as we're crossing from 2025 into 2026? Do you think that we can finally stay above or get back above the 688, 690s and actually go for that 700 push? Or do you think we can see a repeat of 2021 and 2022 as we hit this red trend line and get that fade right back on down? So, chat, what do you guys think? Chubb, tell them what y'all think. Do y'all think we'll finally break out of this range that we've been in for over 3 to 4 years, and finally break up to new highs? Or do you think we're going to see a rinse and repeat of 2021, 2022 as we crossed over from 1 year to the next and got a bearish market sell-off? So what do you guys think? So this is the 2K scenario that I see as we're crossing over into 2026. I see this. 2K scenario. If we can break and hold above the 688, 690s, yes, we could create new highs towards the 700s and get this nice movement on up. That's case scenario number one. As long as we stay on top of 688, 690. However, case scenario number two, we see that rinse and repeat of 2021, 2022, where we get rejected and get that nice sell-off back down to the 650s, all the way back down to this old breakout area right here, right around the 610s. For that possible retest, I can see that. So, case scenario number one, we get that break, 688, 690, get that push up towards 700 finally, create new highs. Case scenario number two, this is gonna be this is gonna be the tops, where we can't get above it and start to get that nice fade back down to the downside. So, chat, what do you guys think? We only got how many more days? About 2-3 more days before we cross over. So what do you guys think as we cross over to 2026? Do you think this is going to be it? This is going to be the tops? And we start to see that fade back on down? Nice fade from this 680, 690 level all the way back down towards the 610s? Or do you think we can break out to see some new high days? New record-breaking highs? What do you guys think? Because it's not just about me, it's what you guys think. So, like I said, this is the only thing that's concerning of me. It's just this key area. Like, we having so much trouble repeatedly right in this little key area that we keep hitting every single week. See, that's the only thing that's just making me paranoid right here. We finally got a successful, we got a nice week where we did push above, but look what happened for this week. Look at this. Going into Monday. Because you gotta remember, these are weekly candles, Monday through Friday. So, starting off already with Monday, we right back underneath that trend line. Again, holding up as what? Strong resistance. So, excuse me. So that's the only thing that's making me paranoid right here, or just making me like, can we actually hold and go for the break and create new record-breaking highs towards the 700s, or can we see a rinse and repeat of 2021, 2022 and start to get that fade back down to the downside as we're crossing over to 2026. So that's the only thing that's concerning of me. Like, right now we're getting into a tight wedge. We done tried it numerous times to try to stay above around 680, 685, 688. But we tried multiple times and failed. We had one successful week last week where we finally broke and held But look what happened now. Right back underneath this trend line again. So that's the only thing that's making me a little like iffy. So chat, what do you guys think? You know, will buy step in, stay above this 685 and go for that record, you know, push for those record breaking highs of 700? Or do you think this is it? Like this is the top, this is the tombstone, this is it. This is the dead end. Now, you know, where sellers can come in aggressive and actually start to yank back down this way. Chat, what do you guys think? You think this is it? This is the tops and start to get this fade? Or do you think we're gonna break? What do you guys think from this point? What do you guys think? Shrink it up a little bit more. Because, I mean, right now, we're hitting that red trend line, and we know how strong it is. Because, like I said, look what happened back here. Hit it, failed. Hit it, failed. Hit it, got that nice fade. Your sellers came in aggressive. Aggressive. Brought your RSI all the way back down to the areas of being oversold. Which you got these low key areas. And right now we're over somewhat in the overbought area, you know, kind of sitting a little hot on the RSI. Right, where we at right now? 64. Right now to 64. So we haven't really got that cool off. Well, we got, you know, with the RSI's, you know, coming back down. I mean, right now we just kind of staying afloat right around the 64 to 70s. So in other words, you do have room for cooling off, you know, for a nice pullback. So that's the $1 million question. As we, you know, we keep hitting this level here. But we're gonna keep everything on watch though, because it just we just at a tight area right now. Tight area. So it's a little tough. It's a little tough to predict on what's about to happen. So we're gonna definitely keep it on watch though. Hey man, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a blast in Florida, man. Man, I just had my baby girl, man. My beautiful baby girl, and shout out to, you know, Jaslyn, the newest member of the family, man. So I'm blessed, man. I can't complain about it. I'll show y'all a little. Let me see what I got a quick little picture. I'll show y'all real quick. Let's see. So here you go, guys.
Congratulations.
Taylor, thank you so much. So here's a quick little picture of her. So here's my brand new baby girl. That's my heart, man, my baby. So yeah, beautiful, man. So you know, thank God for everything, man. Thank God for a healthy delivery. You know, she's, you know, now in this world, man, and you know, I can't complain about it, man. It's a true blessing, man. But that's my baby girl, bro. So I'm happy. Excuse me. And Taylor, thank you so much, Queen. Appreciate you. So keeping us on watch to see, because I'm watching it, like I said, I'm watching it from a 1 hour standpoint. And I'm, like I said, I'm looking at it from 5 minutes as well. And because I'm just trying to figure out what, you know, what's going to be the next move from here. You know, can we get that continuation fade on VIX? That could lead for SPY to go on that push to the upside. Or will VIX get back on top of this 1430 and try to go for that move back up to the upside? So that's the question, to see where, you know, where we're gonna go. So let me get my other chart set up on my end. Let me see how I'm looking. So see, we want to see on how the second half of the market is gonna hold up. You know, can we get that, you know, move back on up, or will we start to fade back down? Taylor, any trades today, Queen? Any trades? I think I asked you that. What did you say? Did you trade anything today? You did not. Because right now, like I said, the trend line is still holding. Just got to get these buys to step in and go for that push back to the upside. Don't have a lot of buying volume at this moment. It's like a little bit. Because, I mean, like I said, I like VIX gap fill. I mean, that potential gap fill on down, that could equal the SPY going up.
I bought an IWM 251 put Friday and sold today.
Oh, let me take a look at it. Let me take a look, Queen. Let me see. An IWM? Oh, you got it. Okay, so you got the, where we at right now? Okay, so, okay, you got in at 51. 251. Okay, so, oh, yeah, you caught that. So, yeah, congratulations on that one. Good job on that. Yeah, definitely caught that. Oh, yeah. Yep. Nice little fade. Nice little fade on that one. Yeah, shout out to you on that one. That was good. That was a good trade. Good trade. Good trade. Like so when you went for the swing, did you see any pattern or anything that stood out to you that made you go for that? I'm gonna go to it real quick too at IWM. I want to see how it looks too on this end. Let's see IWM. And yeah, guys, I will be returning back to my normal time. Like I said, we not too long ago got back from out of town, and then my baby girl and everything. So I do apologize for not coming in early, but I will be starting back up at 9, guys. So I will be starting back at 9:15. All right. IWM, let's see you. All right, yep. So I still got I got this downtrend setup still going from that 258. Yep, still getting that fade on down. So I do have that set up IWM. So yeah, good call on that. Good call on that. Got rejected right around at 255.20. Nice little fade back down to the downside. Yeah, so still looking weak. Let's see on how far we can still fall back down to. I mean, I do see these key areas right back down towards the 248.71-ish level. We have these two key levels here. You can see that continuation sell-off. Because you already lost all your indicators. I mean, all your 50, your 9, and your 20. So yeah, so the only areas I see, where buyers could come in at, I mean, it's 248.71, and then right here, this old key level right around 245. Yeah, I definitely gotta take some more medicine, man, some more therapy. And I do apologize to sound like this, man.
Sorry, at work, but you bring up a good point. I need to keep a journal why I did what I did. I believe things were dropping Friday, figured it would continue.
Yeah, but yeah, and nothing is wrong with that at all. But do utilize your different time frames too, Taylor, because that'll help you out a lot too. Especially when you start to identify the setups, like right here. Like I'll look at my 12-hour time frames to kind of because again, where you can wipe out all the clutter and look at the true visual of the direction of any stock, any ETFs, or whatever the case may be. But nah, I mean you had a good trade, and you do have a downtrend setup, which you can clearly see that right underneath this purple trend line. Yeah, I mean you can use any one. I mean you got some people that may use a 4-hour chart or whatever the case may be. I just use a 12-hour chart just to kind of get a visual of the overall setups. Normally what I look for when I am using my 12-hour chart is to understand the aggressiveness. Like where are key areas where I know sellers can come in aggressive, where are key areas I know that buyers can come in aggressive in that type of sense. So I mean I look at psychological levels. So that's kind of like what I use my 12-hour for. Look at the direction to understand, old past areas of support, resistance, areas where they can psychologically come down to. Kind of like what we're doing right now. We're psychologically coming down to these old key levels. You can clearly see right here where sellers could potentially pull back down to this old level here from this 248.71 down to this old little bouncing area right around the 247. But now you see why I use the 12-hour time frame to kind of give me an idea of psychological levels on, price points where how I can play off of it. So whether I'm going on the long side or the short side. But that's usually nine times out of 10 what I normally use it for. Also, like a 1-hour time frame is not bad at all either. This is like more of the not hourly. How I want to use this daily for my daily time frame. So I use this like for a daily time frame sense to kind of get a good true understanding of what it's doing. And then I'll normally use my 12-hour, my 1 hour as well, kind of like what I did right here for SPY. So right here up here is the 5-minute time frame, and right here is my 1 hour time frame. So that helps as well as far as understanding patterns, your highs, your lows, your 1 hour time frames, and you can clearly see how I put my price points on these as far as my lines, and that's just based off of old key levels. See that? All I did was based it to me. Let me go to a bigger time frame too, so y'all can see that, so don't be so small. So I mean, I use different time frames to kind of help better, to understand positions and to, feel more comfortable of executing when I need to. So let me go to my 1 hour on spies. I mean, and again, you can use this with anything. All right, so let me go back a little bit on my 1 hour. So, okay, see how, like I did right here? All I did was, like, how did I know to place a line right here? Or how did I kind of anticipate what buys could come in at? All I did right here, tell it was just take a psychological level based off the past. Because you can see right here, what was that key area that we got rejected at a few weeks ago? Right here, right around the 685, 87. Excuse me, what we got rejected. All I did was just take that high of day, go right across the board, right? All I did was do this, because we already were above that price point. As we falling back on down, well, the only thing I was doing was thinking about a psychological level. Buyers can possibly turn resistance into support. Because think about it. Look what happened. We came back on down. What do you buyers go for the bounce at? At this old key level, right? Higher day, turn it from resistance to support, then you got a nice little bounce. So that's other ways how I try to figure things out. My patterns, from an uptrend standpoint, inverted cup standpoint. Like I try to just figure out the best way that I can without putting myself in the wrong position. Jumping in at the wrong time, in other words. So, like I said, from these tops, you got rejected, and you can clearly see where we came down to these bottoms right around this old area. And then from this area, we were to crack. Then I know the next key level is going to be down right around here where we had this bounce, red to green. You can see where your buy stepped in at. That's another area. And then key level on down, what was here? Strongest resistance can be possible. Strong support. Because look how powerful that level was right here. Right here, Taylor. Look right here. Every time we ran up toward this level, pull back, ran up, pull back, ran up, pull back, ran up, pull back, right? That held up as resistance. As long as we stayed underneath it, that benefited the bears. But now we go this way, knowing that we broke above that key level. Say, for instance, we do get a hard drop down this way. Now we know 9 times out of 10, buyers may utilize that level for now support instead of resistance. So instead of being in the bull trap, now it can be set up for a bear trap. So all I do is try to take psychological levels where I can just have a better entry and a better profitable opportunity. So that's basically what I do. I just try to figure things out, from the setups, again, from uptrends, downtrends, support, resistance. I try to figure things out with different time frames to put myself in a better position. Because the thing is, once you set up your price points on your hourly, then you can switch over to your 5-minute time frame, because your those levels gonna remain the same. And you can play within those areas. Because now that you already mapped out your highs and your lows on your hourly, now you can switch over to your 5-minute time frame and just still trade off of that. Trade in a little smaller time frame. And 5 minutes could work fine as well. And that's all I do. I look for the major areas with bigger time frames, and then I'll trade within it with a smaller time frame, with a possible 5-minute time frame. And you can clearly see it. I mean, you went from buyers to sellers. I mean, look how your candle transition. You went from having majority of buyers to now sellers. See that? Creating somewhat of what? Cup. So I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm still anticipating, if those buys don't hold, I'm still anticipating these levels here. Because like I said, I can see what a stronger area could be at if we was to get a nice, further pull back down. Like, where I can utilize this level for the possible move back on up. Because even if we don't go all the way back on up, it's still profitable opportunities. So say for instance, we do come down here and buy and step in, you still got room to make money from 681s to the 683.50s up to 684s, where you can buy, you can sell right in these key levels. And then from here, you got room to go from the 684s up to the 685, 686, where you go from like a nice little rotation. So that's what I like to look for. I like to look for rotations, try to understand the range, from the territories of sellers and territories of buyers. That's it. Where I have a way better opportunity, where I'm not caught in the middle of anything, we don't get caught in choppiness. So yeah, so I use a lot of these time frames just to get a better understanding, because you got to remember, Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standard. I mean, you can clearly see from how many weeks ago was this? 2 weeks? You've been on a damn near 2-week uptrend. From, what was this? This dump on down from Tuesday to Wednesday. You've just been on an uptrend. Uptrend, hitting these top resistance. now pulling back on down. But keep in mind, you still have these key levels that we still have to deal with coming back down to the downside where buyers can 9 times out of 10 step in. So you got to think about psychological levels. So right here, all I'm doing is watching this trend line to see if buyers going to hold, to see if we do have enough buying strength to hold this key level for the possible move back on up. However, if today is still weak, which today is, because you have majority of red candles versus green candles. So that's letting me know that we have way more sellers than buyers right now. So if we do get some more pullback, I know possible areas that we could pull down too. Like I said, look at these candles. Red, 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 red. Still bearish. Still looking a little weak. So I'm watching this key level and I'm watching this trend line to see if can buyers hold. I want buyers to prove to me that they're gonna step in and push back to the upside. I want to see something. I want to see some strong engulfing candles. I want to see consecutive candles, kind of like we had here. Consecutive, letting us know that buyers are in control. But just based off of this, that's still not. I'm still not comfortable like letting me know that buyers in control right now. To me, sellers still look like they're in control. And man, you can clearly see the candle transition. Look at this. When we were up, and we had buyers, we went up. Look at this. We had way more green candles than red candles. Now as we're coming back this way, we have way more red candles than green candles. So we went from straight buyers to now sellers. So now we're in the sellers territory. So in other words, we already know what sellers' intentions are. They're trying to go down to even lower price points. So if buyers can't hold, next key level that I do have mapped out, it's going to be this area here where buyers did step in. That's going to be around that 683.50-ish level. And then from that level, you got this bottom. Now, again, look how strong this level was. Resistance. Look how bearish this level was. How strong those sellers took advantage of that. But now being on top of it, now we can possibly utilize that for support. So in other words, I know psychologically, I know we still have room to fall down to these levels, So that's why I'm not chasing. Because right now, to me, it still look weak. It still look like an inverted cup and handle pattern. Buyers are still not stepping up to the plate, giving me confirmation that, oh man, we push it back to the upside because I'm not seeing no engulfing green candles right now. So to me, it's still weak. So I still think that we still may get a little bit more fading down to the downside, in other words. So I'm just being patient and watching the key level set up. But and that's the thing about it with the market. It's just all about patience, man. It's all about understanding that you don't have to trade every day to make money, man. Especially if you're just waiting on the setups, the proper setups, understand those psychological levels where 9 times out of 10, your big buyers are gonna step in. Wait on those key levels, and versus getting caught in the choppiness or getting caught in the middle where the market is still trying to make a decision. Because you get caught in the middle, we don't know what it's gonna do. Especially if you're jumping in right here in this little mid area right here where you're just still consolidating, we don't know what it's gonna do. Say for instance, you jumping in long thinking that, we're gonna push to the upside, but then it drops. Or you're trying to go in for a short, but then it goes up. So like in order for me to get, to avoid that, I just sit back, I wait for true areas that's gonna stand out. So like getting caught in the middle of this, I just kind of avoid it as much as possible. Especially if I haven't caught like the top areas of resistance where I know psychologically I can take these key levels where sellers have stepped in time and time again. But like in these key areas, I just kind of leave it alone. I'll wait for opportunities to, move back up to certain key areas or back down to certain key areas. So it's just psychological plays that I wait for. But like in these type of areas, I wait it out. Cause look at the candles. Even the candles look kind of undecisive, trying to figure out what it wants to do. None of these candles look healthy at all. And these are 1 hour candles. You got upper wicks, lower wicks, no healthy candles right now. So it's like, it's kind of in the air right now. But overall, you do have, it's bearish. From pre-market into intraday, it's pretty much bearish. You have way more red candles than you have green candles. So from pre-market into intraday, you only had 1, 2, 3 green candles versus all these red candles that's still being held up by sellers. Yeah. So right now, to me, it's not yet confirmed that buyers are stepping in yet. So I'm not doing that. So yeah, just take your time to understand these key levels and just play off of it. Look at it. It's just weak still. I'm not chasing that. That's where all your choppiness comes from, man. People don't know which way to go, especially if you're using 0 DTEs. When you're just kind of you get caught in the choppiness. Your contract's not doing it's not doing anything. You getting ate up by time decay, and and trust me, I've been in those positions where I've been stuck before. I had to learn from my mistakes where I was using zero DTEs and waiting on opportunities. I'm like, oh man, the market looking weak, man. I want to get a flush, but it is kind of just not doing nothing. It's not doing nothing. It's kind of standing still, but then it makes a move like towards the damn end of the market, and it's kind of too late to do something because, again, your contracts is expiring. Your buyers have left. You don't have nobody to sell it to, and so forth. So the best thing to do, from my experience of what I've done, if you want to use a zero DTE, the only advice I can give you guys is to use it at the first 90 minutes of the market, from 9:30 to roughly 11 o'clock. You can use a zero DTE, but as lunch hours and them rolls in, I would push back and then kind of use the next day or however you want to set it up. But zero DTEs, I would use that at the beginning of the market where you have a lot more volatility. But lunch hours, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you're talking to somebody who used to get caught in those. Because I didn't understand it, but I had to learn from my mistakes. I was using zero DTEs from 9:30 to damn near all the way to 3 o'clock, and especially not understanding how the volatility changes after lunch hours and getting caught in just bullshit contracts. Yeah, don't ever put yourself in those positions. So if anything, after lunch, change your contracts over. Use the next day, or if you want to extend it out, towards the end of the week, do that. Towards, Friday, nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. Trust. So right now, we're just still kind of fidgety. Just kind of still kind of holding. But you see how it's not really doing too much of nothing right now at this moment? Kind of just sitting still. Not a lot of activity. It's still looking weak though, of course. Still got sellers. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of buyers trying to hold in, waiting for this bad boy to push. Now, what's kind of procrastinating a little bit is this level right here on VIX. Now, like I said, as long as it can stay underneath that 1429 level, fall back underneath this little level here and get that dump on off, then you'll get your nice move on SPY. Because you'll continuously feel that gap fill down. Because that means that you'll pull back down towards $14, down there for $13.60 and so forth. But yeah, just take your time, guys. Man, you don't have to force anything, man. We're going into 2026. There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming. Trust me. So, what I would do if I was y'all, just start preparing ahead of time. Take your blue chip stocks, figure out, especially if you're long buyers, figure out, what opportunities could be awaiting in 2026. Look for certain setups. Like if you're coming towards, what is Microsoft? Not, I don't want that one. I wanted Apple now. That's another thing that I do. Like I look for opportunities before, ahead of time. How could it be setting up in the future wise? Could we be seeing a possible bounce? Could we be setting up on a continuation uptrend? Like just trying to find something. Like with Apple, like trying to figure out something. How's it setting up going into, the next opportunity. Could we see possibly seeing a breakout, possibly seeing a reversal? Like I try to figure these things out. Like with Tesla, how long I was calling out Tesla, and before the dump, how many times I was telling you guys watch Tesla. Tesla's still going up. Tesla's still moving up. We on an uptrend. My trend line right here to prove it. As long as we had that uptrend, how long was I calling this up towards 490? But I understood the setup. And I called it out to you guys. Meta was another one. I called out to y'all. Let me see. Go to my 480. Remember I called out Meta to everybody. Meta was on I think I took my 180 off. Did I take it off? I think I did. Yeah, when we was down at the 480s. 580s. On that uptrend. Remember I was telling you guys about that indicator fill? Look what happened. You got back above the 9 to 20, and we got that gap fill all the way up towards that, 200 estimate. But it's all about understanding these patterns ahead of time, man. Understanding these levels, psychological levels, levels that can hold up as support, levels that can hold up as resistance. Just try to kind of get, try to get ahead of it ahead of time. Understand these setups ahead of time. Don't wait, afterwards. Like, trying to understand it ahead of time what it's doing. Nothing is wrong with doing that. You gotta figure these things out ahead of time. Especially that's what the pass is there for, to let you know levels that already hit, from the ups or the downsides. Utilize those levels. Let me see. I might have to readjust this real quick on SPY. Let me see. And I do apologize for sounding sick, man. I do apologize, man. It was just come back from out of town. I'm just kind of a little stuffy. My apologies. So let me go to VIX real quick. Let me see how we're looking on VIX. Still underneath that 1429. Because what we want to see is that gap fill. We want to start to see that pullback. Want to start to fall back down towards the $14 levels, down into the 1360s and so forth. The minute we start to get that, we should start to get that nice bounce on SPY. So right now, the level's holding. Bottom, see right here? It's trying to still hold, but we'll see. Do we have enough buying volatility to get this push back to the upside? Do we have enough buyers? Let's see. Man, what y'all got planned for New Year's, man? What y'all got planned? Any resolutions? Oh, and another thing, that's what I forgot to bring up too. I will do another small account challenge. Cause you remember the last one I did 100, and I raised it up to 2,000. So I will do another small account challenge if y'all want to do it again for starting off fresh for 2026. If y'all down to do it, hey, we'll do it. If y'all want to do a little small account challenge to kind of get the ball rocking and rolling, break down different levels, my thoughts of entries, exits, what stocks am I choosing, ETFs or whatever the case may be. If y'all down to do it, I'll set it up, early, ahead of time. If y'all want to do that, well, we can all just kind of pitch in, not pitch in, but kind of give each other confidence.
Right, let's do it. Because I have a small account.
Okay.
LOL.
No, I'll do it. I'll do another 100. Just like I done it before. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna tell you my trick on how I did it. How I grew my account. how I grew my account to $2,000. I'm gonna tell you what I really used. I'll be honest. The main thing that I did use, Teller, I ain't gonna lie, I was using CRWV. And with CRWV, I was playing the spreads on it. That's during the time I think we was downtrending. I was playing like more puts than anything. Let me see, CRWV. Let me see what it's doing right now though. Yeah, like I was playing a put size on it because the spreads, you have like damn near 10 cent, 20 cent spread. So as my account was growing, cause I started off with doing one contract a piece, and then as my account grew, I did 2 contracts. And then I kind of just stayed right around 4 contracts. So what I would do is I would scout. So I was doing like, I kept doing like what, $20 to $50. So remember this breakdown I had? This is what I did. Let me go to it real quick. When I for the small account challenge, let me go to my little setup. When we did do the small account challenge, where is it at? If y'all remember this. Small account challenge. Where's the setups at? Where we broke it all down. I'm trying to remember where I saved it on. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to figure out where I put it.
Chubalicious 69 says, looking at the higher time frames have been helping a lot. Thanks, Jay.
Man, no problem at all, Chubb. Man, you got that, boss. Like I said, with the higher time frames, what I like about it is it cleans out all the clutter, and you get to see like more of a visual, what it's doing, and you get to see those psychological levels, like support and resistance, and all you do is play within that. And like I said, what I do is with SPY, Chubb, is that I'll start off with my 1 hour time frame first, and I would kind of pin out the highs, like previous highs, previous lows, And then once I mark out my levels, then I go into my 5-minute time frame, and that's what I would normally do. But yeah, but they help out a lot. Those bigger time frames does help out a lot. And what a lot of people do, what a lot of people fail to do, what they failure is they're only looking at one intraday. They're looking at one intraday. Like, that's something that I don't do. I hate doing it. I hate like looking at one intraday and thinking that I have everything figured out. No, because what are you doing? You
69 cents. Thanks for those tips, bro. Appreciate it.
Man, no problem at all, boss. Man, anytime y'all need help, like I told y'all guys, I'm always have y'all back. Anything y'all need help with, I'm gonna do the best that I can. So just like with this, guys, like when I trade, I'm looking at a setup. I don't just go off of one intraday. See, the black lines. If you are new to TOS, the black boxes represents today's trading day. You know, from 9:30 to 4. These gray boxes represents post market, pre market, right? So another thing that you could do too, if you don't wanna look at pre-market, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go to equities and I'll take off pre-market and I'll take off after hours, and all I do, and I will just look at the intraday setup to see, okay, what type of setup do I have intraday with all my intradays together. Sometimes I'll look at something like that.
Jumblicious 69 cents. I'll have to work on that.
Yeah. You can use that too to kind of get an idea, because what this does is it'll eliminate your post market and it'll eliminate your pre market, and it'll put all your intradays together. So and even with that, you can still see pattern setups. You know, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so forth, where you can clearly see a good setup. But 9 times out of 10, I would normally turn it on to in the morning to go in the morning to get an idea on what the pre-market highs is and pre-market lows. So I'll do this. I'll go into like my 1 hour time frame early in the morning, and let me go back to 1 hour, 1 hour, boom. And I'll just try to figure, and like this is what I do, Chubb. Like I just try to figure out patterns like that happened in the past to figure out, okay, where are we going? So I'll look at past key areas. I look at past highs, secondary highs. I look for bottoms, areas that used to be resistance that can now possibly turn to support. So I'll try to figure out like the whole entire movement. Like I'll try to look like for one big channel. I'll try to look for like what is the main rotation? Like what is the market actually doing? How can I avoid getting caught up in the range and in choppiness? Where's the major area where I know buyers can step in at? Where's the major area I know where sellers can step in at? And you can
69 cents. Yeah, love that chart making you make mad.
Yeah, man, that's all I do, boss. Like
Jumblicious 69 cents. Marking.
Yeah, and that's all I do. Like, let me see. I'm gonna show you what I did. I'm gonna just clearly show you what I did. I'm gonna keep the trend line. Let me make another copy of this real quick. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna just put one, and I'm gonna take off all of this. I'm gonna keep my trend line. Keep my trend line. All right, so all I did was just try to figure out what did we do overall. What is the overall direction? That's what I tried to figure out. Once I figured these levels out, okay, now I understood we was in the we were in a uptrend. So as we come up to these top areas, all I'm doing is just taking a pass. Where are these high areas at where sellers came in aggressive? So all I did was just mark out. I'll take something like this. Oops, did my line come up? Yeah. So all I do is just take like areas like this, areas like this, areas like this, and see, and that's all I did. Chubb, that's it. All I did was take old areas of resistance to know, okay, we at these tops, and I'm for the put side, okay, I know where sellers are sitting at. Now we pull back down. How far can we pull back down? So next thing I do is I look for an old area of resistance where sellers came in aggressive, because again, as long as you're above it, old resistance can turn into possible support. So all I did was just kind of go back into the past, way back this way, draw my line right here. And then think about it. When we pull back down, where did we bounce from? Right towards this higher day. So that was around, what was the high day on this one exactly? 85, 87. Let me change the number right real quick. 85, 87. Move it up just a little bit. Bam. And look at that. Look how this high day matched that low day. See that? All I did was just take a psychological level. That's it. That's all I did. Just to figure it out. Because it's just psychological movements. So all I did was just take this old high day and look where your bounce occurred. Bam. See that? It pulled like a magnet. Man, appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you. So yeah, as we came down, So, like, okay, say for instance, I missed this opportunity. All right, we pull. So now that we already put them down, I don't want to chase. I don't want to chase it because I want to put myself now being in a position, now being caught in a bad trap. So now I'm thinking, okay, if we pull back down, from these key levels, basically off these past levels, okay, what's the next level on down that we can pull down to? So now all I'm doing is going back into the past, look at these old hive days. So right here's hive day number 1. What did we pull down to? Hive day number 1 is right here where we got that bounce. That's a good opportunity. Okay, if we crack that key level, what could be next? So all I do is just take here. All right, let me see where did we bounce at last time? Right here, red to green, where we had that strong push back to the upside. That's another key level. Then I go back one more time. So I figured out this was a tough level that we couldn't break, which is right here, which is around this 81 level. So see, if we go back a little bit. So say this, we crack this old hive day. What's going to be possibly next? Then you have this level, right? See, sellers can take this out. Buyer stepped in, got that nice bounce to the upside. That could be a psychological level. That'd be number 2. And then if we fall back down this way, this could be actual psychological level number 3. Because all we did now was turn resistance, because you can see right here where you went green to red, and you had that massive pullback, strong resistance, now can turn to possible support. So all I'm doing is looking at psychological levels. So again, in order for me to avoid this level, so say for instance, I was new at this. I didn't know where the next opportunity was going to be. I'm like, oh man, I'm chasing these puts. I'm chasing. How do I know to avoid jumping into a bad trap? Because again, you're going to have a few traders that's just going to follow, not knowing where an area could be a strong demand zone where buyers can step in and trap sellers. So you might have some novice traders jumping in. Oh, I'm going in for a put. Oh man, we about to fall. But not realizing is a trap setting up right here. Is a trap where buyers are sitting at. Why? Because they're taking an old high of day and now using that as a possible support line. Because look where you bounced at. And look where the trap was set at. What was once a bull trap is now set up as a bear trap. But you're going to have some traders who may not even know that. Who just jumping in, seeing the market go down, but not knowing exactly where the bottoms are at. Yeah, again, instead of going in for a call, they're going in for a put. Now, as they going in, now the market is working against them. Now they're cursing themselves out. Why every time when I'm getting in, man, the market hate me. Now when I want to get in, the market want to hold. Now I want to go up. Why when I do it, it's like market makers are watching me. Because every time when I want to go in for a play, it does the opposite. I hate this, man. The market ain't meant for me, man. I can't. I'm a stupid stock trader. And I used to say these things. I've been there, done that. But what I failed to do was realize old psychological levels. Now that I take a step back and realize areas of psychological support and psychological resistance, I know better than to chase. If I, think about it. If I didn't have this knowledge, I would have been one of the ones chasing all the way down. Oh man, I'm going in for a put. Oh man, we about to fall off the face of the earth.
Delicious 69 cents. Sounds like me, LBVS.
Nah, but I mean, and I used to be like that, boss. I mean, because I had to understand, because what made me turn myself around from doing that chub was because, man, I had to think about it. I quit a 9 to 5. Man, this is my only source of income. I'm like, I can't play with this money because I have no other source of income coming in. So I can't keep making these stupid mistakes over and over again because I'm steady losing money.
Market always watching me, haha.
And that's how I felt. And boss, that's how I felt. But what I failed to do was I failed to understand psychological levels. That's what I failed to do. So to understand areas of resistance that can turn to support that can turn to resistance. So that's why here I drew my line. I looked at the past. I knew better than to chase all the way down where 9 times out of 10 buyers may be sitting at. And on top of that, Chubb, what else do we have? This trend line, right? Look at this. Every time you hit that trend line, purple trend line, buy your step in. Trend line, buy your step in. Trend line, buy your step in. So why would I going for a put, knowing that 9 times out of 10 psychologically, buyer's gonna step in? And then look at your candles. Red to green, ain't it? Same psychological levels. Notice that play?
What did you start with? Not a dollar amount, but more a formula. For example, did you start with your annual salary to trade with?
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first started, I'll tell my story what I started off with. When I first started, I started with $40,000. I ain't gonna lie, cause I was working at the plants, and I had went into my 401k, and I took out it was between 40 to 60,000. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie, I was stupid because the knowledge that I have now, I didn't have back then. So I was making dumb mistakes, and back then I wasn't trading options. I think I was doing shares back in the day when I was doing that. And I'm trying to remember what the hell was I trading back then. But put it like this, whatever I forgot what I was trading, but whatever I was trading, I was getting hit hard. I was getting hit hard. Like I was taking $5,000 losses, $6,000 losses. I'm just being honest. I was stupid. You know, thinking I knew everything.
Chubalicious69 says, "You've been on fire, bro. Go FR."
Yeah, another reason why I too Chubb was because now that I have kids in the picture, man, I'm like, I had to think about it. When I trade, it's not only benefiting or affecting me, it's affecting my kids. So if I win, my kids win. If I lose, my kids lose. Because again, my money is my kids' money because this is what I have to take care of them. And once I started thinking about them, I had to be more responsible with my money. I had to tighten up on my risk levels, and I had to be smart about it because.
Thanks. Don't tempt me into quitting this mug. LOL.
No, well, the thing about it is, I'll put it to you like this, Teller. I would say, just make sure you're financially stable, where you're able to take care of rent.
5598.
What's up, T?
Hi. How are ya, boss? Just came by to say hi and check up on y'all. How was Christmas? How's your family?
Doing good, boss. But yeah, but Teller and Chubb, whoever else thinking about quitting a 9 to 5, all I'm gonna say is just make sure you're financially stable. And I know, like what Chubb is doing is paper trading, which is excellent. See, I didn't do paper trading because I was too impatient. I was just too idiotic. But paper trading is a great way to start off because you wanna iron out as many mistakes as possible. And another thing I created for you guys. This is what I was talking about for the small account challenge. I just found it. So this is another thing you guys can use. So Chubb, Teller, y'all can use this. It's called profit management. So it all depends on your finances and what are you comfortable with, right? So okay, so right here's level 1. If you're good with making $50 a day, nothing is wrong with that. $50 a day, like I said, weekly you're making $250 a day. Bi-weekly you're making up to $500 bi-weekly.
598 cents. Jay, you made me pay for trade when I first asked you for advice. Helped me a big deal 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, boss. And you learned, but look what you're doing now, man. But it paid off. And congratulations, T, man. You keep doing your thing, boss. I couldn't be more proud of you, man. So level 1, and like I said, monthly, you're making $1,000 a week. Month, and you're making $12,000 yearly. Now, once you get better at it, and you start to, your account starts to grow, you're able to go in with more shares or more contracts. Now you go over to level 2. Now, level 2, you're doing $100 a day. That's gonna equal you out to $500 daily, $1,000 bi-weekly, $2,000 monthly, $25,000 yearly. Level 3, your account starts to get bigger. You're comfortable with just making $200, $250 a day, right? 5 days a week, and that's minus the holidays or whatever. Weekly, you're making $1,200 a day. $1,200 a week. Bi-weekly, you're making $2,500. Monthly, you're making $5,000. Yearly, you're making $63,000. So it's really what's in your comfort zone, what you're comfortable with. If you're not living outside of your means and you're cool with just making this amount, where you're comfortable with, man, do that. Stay within these levels. Now you get it, you get back, your account gets bigger, you're more comfortable, you get into a bigger level. All right, let's go to level 4 and 5. You're making $500 a day, $25 weekly, $5,000 bi-weekly, $10,000 monthly, $126,000 yearly. And then level 5, you got $1,000 daily, $5,000 weekly, $10,000 bi-weekly, $20,000 monthly, $252,000 yearly. And last but not least, last one of all, level 6, Level 7. These are the bad boys here. You start to make $2,000 a day, $10,000 weekly, $20,000 bi-weekly, $40,000 monthly, $500,000 and $4,000 yearly. I mean, these are like your different comfort levels, guys. I mean, from level 1 all the way to level 7. I mean, you just have to figure out which one that you're comfortable with. You know, which one are you comfortable with? I mean, $100 a day, nothing wrong with that. You're making $500 weekly. I mean, it's all based off of your spending. You know, what you have to handle on your end. You know, as far as rent and light bills, and so forth. I mean, just figure out which one is more of your comfort zone and stick to it. That's it. Because put it like this, you don't have to worry about all of these as long as you take care of the daily. So if you're making $100 a week, $100 a day, this is what's gonna follow behind it. So you don't have to worry about all of that because it's gonna calculate and add up anyway. So you really focus on your daily. So if you're making $200, so you set a quota for yourself, right? You set a quota for yourself, and every time you hit those goals each day, you lock it up. All right, next day, you hit 250, you made that goal, you made that quota, lock it up. Next day, man, I'm up 250 again. All right, lock it up. Next, and that's it. Because everything else is gonna follow through. Your weekly, your bi-weekly, your monthly, and your yearly, all just based off of your constant daily, your consecutive dailies. That's it. All you do is focus on making $100 a day. Focus on making $250 a day. Everything else behind is gonna add up. You don't have to worry about that, and so forth. Figure out what's your comfort zone and stick to it. Make a quota, stick with it. Start off small. You want to make up $50 a day till you get comfortable? Cool. Want to make up to $100 a day? You comfortable with it? Cool. Just have your chart, because again, if you're doing $100 a day, you already know what's going to add up weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and yearly. And that's what I did, and that's what helped my account grow. So when I did my small account challenge, I started with focus on making $50 a day. I was like, all right, cool. Then as my account got bigger, then I focused on making $100 a day. So I was like, all right, that was fine. Then I got up to now making $250 a day. I stayed in between level 2, level 3. I stayed in the comfort zone, without trying to put too much pressure on myself, living outside of my means, and so forth. Like, I just stayed in the comfort zone where I was fine at, and because you got to think about it, $250 a day, I mean, you're able to take care of even the minor bills, cable, phone, and whatever else, and so forth. But it's all on your living expenses, how you're living and so forth. And as I mentioned, look right here, guys. Look my setup. See that? Trend line, bounce, trend line, bounce, trend line, bounce, trend line, bounce. And then what do you have right here on VIX? Gap fill. I told you. See that gap fill we talked about? As long as that gap fill commences, SPY should get that nice push to the upside. So we should start to pull back down on VIX down towards $14. You do have that gap fill all the way down towards that $13.60. Where you get that nice gap fill. Because right here, you can see it right here, guys. So we had that gap up. Now all you're doing is filling that gap down. That's it. So as long as VIX goes down, SPY should continue on up. And you can clearly see, look at the range. Range is still holding. Every time we around this trend line is still holding pretty decent. That's your, third bounce? Yeah, 1, 2, third bounce, right back, still in this range still. There you go. And all I did was just understand the patterns, and that's how I make trading easy for myself. How to avoid jumping on the wrong side of momentum, not being stupid, not chasing, not being idiotic. And that's what I did. And all it does, guys, it just takes patience. Don't get mad if you miss. Oh man, I could have had a put opportunity. Okay, if you miss this, okay, switch your mind frame over. Now switch over to a possible call opportunity. Not putting yourself in a position of chasing where you're on the wrong side of things. Now, as long as this sell-off comes in, the sell-off happens and you missed it, okay, now reverse it. Now think of a call opportunity, because now we're going to a specific areas now where buyers can step in. And that's all you do, guys. Just be patient. Don't force anything. Don't rush anything. Once you understand your levels, place your possible entries here, because all you did was take an old resistance, an old key level, from resistance now into support. Think about it. All you gotta do is draw a line from this high day, to that lower day. Look how easy that was. Look how easy you avoided chasing, going on the wrong side of momentum, chasing that. See that? You took the highs here and took the lows here and played the reversal rightfully to the right to the upside. That's it. Easy. Easy. I mean, easy, man. I mean, that's the easy way to do it without hurting yourself. It's all about patience, guys. It's a patience game. Patience. All I did was just take old key areas and utilize that to the best of my abilities. Even as we go on up, I know that we're going to have some key areas that we're going to be running right back up to where we had sellers coming in at. I know we got this level here. I know we got this level here and so forth. So I know how much room you have to run up. You know, so if you bought in at these bottoms and you playing the rotation, you know that, okay, you're making profits from the areas of 686, all the way up to the areas of possible areas of 688. Think about it. If you got in at 686 up to 688, that's still a $2 push, regardless. That's still a $2 push. You're still banking on it. So even if you miss this drop on down, you still make it move right back on up. It's all about a patience game. Avoid the choppiness. Avoid getting in at the wrong time. Understanding the levels of resistance and understand the levels of support. That's it. Take your time to just analyze that. That's it. So all we did was just take these tops and down to these bottoms. Bam. That's it. This area now hold up as support because now we're now back underneath it because we're broke above a strong resistance level that can now be a strong support level. All you're doing now is turning these bottoms now into support where buyers can now step in and push. And all I did was just, again, take the pass and play it. That's it. Take your time, guys. Take your time. That's it. And also, look at the trend line. Trend line is still holding. You come off to this bottom trend line, buy, step in. Buy, step in. Top trend line, sell a step in. Sell a step in. Sell a step in. Easy. Understand your patterns. Understand your setups. And it's about as easy as I can put it. Now, how did I figure that we was going to possibly get a little bounce? As I warned everybody. Watch VIX. I was talking to Atomic earlier. I said, Atomic, we get that pull back underneath that 1488. We got a nice gap fill on down on VIX. I said, as long as that gap fill commences, we should start to see a nice movement on SPY. Notice that. As long as you're pulling back on VIX, filling that gap fill, that means SPY is going to do the opposite and go up. So notice that. You can also utilize your VIX too. You can utilize VIX. You can utilize VIX for shit, even to trade SPY. So when VIX is going up, play puts. When VIX is going down, play calls. That's it. It ain't no secret to it. You can do it. That's what I would do. That's what I did. Like, when I would see opportunities on VIX, holding certain key areas to go back up, I knew that was a call sign for me to go for puts. So, when I know when we hit resistance and come back down, okay, I know that's an opportunity to go for calls. Because it does the opposite of what SPY does. So, now that VIX is falling, okay, you do the opposite. That means you do what? You play calls. But yeah, guys, it's nothing hard at all, man. Just take your time. But another thing too, Chubb, Taylor, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't stock hop. Cause that was something I had an issue with too. Don't stock hop. What I mean by that is, don't have too many stocks underneath your belt where you can't watch every single one of them. Because you're gonna miss an opportunity on something. So what I had to do was minimize it. Because I used to look at too many stocks all at the same time. And cause I'm jumping back and forth. Oh man, I wanna go to Meta, Apple, Tesla, Amazon, and I wanted to run all over the place. But instead of just telling myself, dude, calm down, focus on the ones that benefit you the most or where you make money the most. And because they all have different personalities and they all rotate. So, okay, we know with Tesla likes to move by $5 increments. So we know that's one case scenario. And then everything else normally moves by $2 increments. So you have SPY moves by $2 increments because what did we bounce around? 686. If you think about even numbers, where's it trying to go up to? 688, right? That's $2. That's your even numbers. Because look where we at right now. 687.94, which is close to what? 688. What did you bounce at? 686. Even number, right? Moves by $2 increments on a normal basis. So 686, you got room to run up to what? 688. From 688, what's the next key level on up? 690. So once you start to understand the personality of each one of these, just play it. It's always going to be an opportunity, especially with these type of stocks or these blue chip stocks, because they're not going anywhere because people use these on an everyday basis. You got people that use Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft. Figure out which ones that you're good at and stick with it. And another thing too, if you know you can't go both ways, no pun intended on that. If you're good at going long, wait for long opportunities. If you're good at going short, wait for short opportunities. If you're not good at going, doing both, whichever one is your strength, stick to it. If you're good at going long, okay, wait for pullback, wait for bouncing opportunities. That's when you start to look at areas of bouncing opportunities. If you have long bias, okay, wait for pullback, bounce opportunities. Bam, get around 686, get that nice little move back up to the upside. Bam, you done got your long right there. If you're good at going short, okay, wait for psychological tops. Areas where sellers can come in at and play it back down to the downside. Boom, there you go. But every single one of them has a personality. And what I had to do was, when I was looking at too many stocks, I had to calm down. Which ones am I good at? Which one best benefits me as far as my account? SPY benefits me greatly. Like I said, CRWV, I know how to play that when I need to, because that's one of my scalpers, especially when SPY is in a choppiness, and when I can't trade it and I want to mess with it, okay, then I go into my scalpers. I go into CRWV, CRCL, which my other ones I normally look at too as well, PLTR and so forth, and I just do that. I just stick to a routine basis. But my main one is SPY, of course, and then scalper wise, CRWV, because those are my money makers. When it comes down to Tesla, I don't normally trade Tesla itself. I would do like TSLL. That's another good one. You can use it cheaper. And I mean, I just found different things that help me or benefit me the most. I know a lot of times, a lot of people are gonna have trouble with, especially with SPY contracts, because I know a lot of people catch hell with that. Because I've done it too. Because with SPY, they're daily contracts versus, like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, and those blue chip stocks, they're weekly contracts where they're Monday through Friday. So you could use the same thought process with SPY where you don't have to use a 0 DTE. Some people use it that they'll play the early portions of the market where you have a lot of volatility. So a lot of people will use a 0 DTE from like 9:30 to 11, the first 90 minutes of the market, and then you have some of those that can't move as fast or catch those movements. So the best thing to do is expand your contracts out. If you're not good at using zero DTEs, spread it out. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to push it out a week, do it a week. It's not going to kill you to do that. As long as you still make a profit, that's all that matters. Now, is it going to be as volatile as your zero DTEs? No, but it's still profitable because it depends on how many contracts you go in with. Because, again, if you're going in with 1,000 shares, every 10, matter of fact, I'll write it down. I'll jot it down. Does that mean we didn't went? Oh, I didn't went over this before. Let me we didn't talk about this before. It all based on your preference, your profit preference. So, like for example, let me Windows, whatever. So okay, let's say you go in with one contract. That's what, every 10 cents you're making 10. We'll use the 10-cent method. So one contract is 100 shares, yada yada yada. So let's see, 100 shares every 10 cents. Every 10 cents you're making $10. And all you do is just do it. Once you add on, you just double it. 2 contracts every 10 cents. You go up, you're making $20. And that's really what it is. So I play the 10-cent game. That's what I do. So if I'm going in with 4 contracts, 10 cents, I'm making 40. Double that, I'm making 80. And it all depends on, again, what is your quota? What are you trying to make on a daily basis? If you're going in with 1 contract, yeah, you do got to sit a little longer because every 10 cents is $10. But if you double it, it's going to double that. So 2 contracts, every 10 cents is 20. 3 contracts, every 10 cents is 30. 4 contracts, 40, and so forth. I mean, y'all need to know the routine of that. But that's it. It's not about trying to be a millionaire overnight, man. It's not, for regular traders like us, it's not a realistic thing, man. I mean, you're just trying to make comfortable money. You're trying to make money where you can just, survive off on, but just take your time. But if anything, I'm going to tell you right now, start off with 1 contract. And I'm going to tell you why. Start off with 1 contract so you can get used to your entries and your exits. You know, if you want to go off the 10-cent method, understand your entries, your exits. So if everything is going your way, all right, you get in on your contract, and the market is, say as you're going along, and the market is moving up, all right. So once you go up 10 cent, all right, place your stop loss. Now we're going up another 10 cent. All right, move your stop loss up a little bit. Go up a little, 5 cent. Once it crosses over that additional 10 cent, all right, move it up another 10 cent. And that's normally what I do. So even if we get a pullback, I'm making something from it. So that's normally how I do it. I'm not putting too much weight on myself. I make comfortable money. You know, I'm not trying to be a million overnight. I'll be realistic with myself. I'm not trying to. I make comfortable money. If I'm making $100 a day, cool. $200 a day, cool.
Chubalicious 69 says, 2026 we ain't getting picked out.
No, for sure. And I agree with you on that one, boss. 110%. Now, like I said, the only thing, because I want to see what the market is going to do as we're crossing over to 2026. Are we going to actually get that push up towards 700? Or is, this 88 to 90 level it? And again, right here where I pulled this up before, Chubb. See, that's the only thing that was just concerning of me as we are going into 2026 is this level here. I'm like, should I be really preparing myself for more downside coming?
Says, so quick question, what's SPY target into year-end, J?
I mean, right here, look, and this is what I'm about to show Chubb right here, T. So, all right, let me go to my 10-year week. I know we just talked about this not too long ago. So right here. So, okay. Let me move this out the way, too. Get this out the way, and we're going to focus right on that red trend line. So, last time we hit that red trend line, that was in 2021. Oh, did I move my stuff all the way up? So the dates. Yeah, so 2021, 2022, that's when we hit that red trend line. Got that strong, excuse me guys, my bad. We had that strong trend line. We got that nice sell-off for 2022, right? Got that nice sell-off. Then we wind up getting that bounce off of almost 340-ish. Then we wind up getting that nice little move back on up in 2023. Creating that cup and handle. We wind up breaking right above, what price point was that? 480. Finally get that breakout. Then we got that break above 480 up to 610. Caught that strong pullback at 610. All the way back down to what? You guessed it. 480. Old breakout level. Then wind up bouncing back above 480. Retested 610. Going up now where? Look where we at again. That red trend line all over again. See that? So, but now the only thing that's concerning of me right now is with that 610 level, we haven't got that strong pullback to retest. That's the only thing. We haven't pulled back down this way to retest this old new breakout level, which is 610. See that? We've been going up. Last time we came down, we pulled back down to 650 and then got right back on up. So that's the only thing that's concerning of me. Is this going to be a top? Can we see a rinse and repeat of 2021 and 2022? That's the only thing that's concerning of me right now, fellas. It's just that. Because we right back to that same key area where we got rejected at in 2021, 2022. That strong red trend line. See that? Go up. Look where we back at. That strong trend line again. See, last time it was 480. Now we're around 680. And yet, we still have yet to come back down to retest 610. Because you got to keep in mind, we're now above that level. See, when we went underneath 610, look what happened. We yanked strongly all the way down to 480. Remember, 480 used to be a strong resistance. Now, 480 is a strong support. Look right here. Old resistance turned into strong support. Got that nice move all the way back up to 610, right? That was the old breakout area. This is the new breakout area. 610, right? We have not yet to come back down to retest this old breakout area yet. That's the only thing that's concerning of me right now. We retested this one, 480, pullback bounce, but we have yet to retest this new one, 610. We've been going up, but we have yet to pull back down this way to test it. So that's the only thing that's concerning of me, is we have yet to pull back down to this new breakout area to see can we hold and go for a bounce back on up. Because look how much room we can possibly fall back down to. From the 13 EMA down to that 50 SMA back down this way. So that's the only thing that I'm concerned about. Because we still having trouble, struggling, like still fighting this area over and over. And gotta keep in mind, guys, these candles are weekly candles. So these are Monday through Friday. Every time we hit, we struggle. We hit, we struggle. We hit, we struggle. Tommy, what's up, boss? Boss, didn't I tell you about that cup and handle? What I told you? Was I lying about that possible pullback down to that old area? I told you. Look at that. I told you we're going to possibly pull back down to that old high day. Right there. And I said, watch. Boss, didn't I tell you to watch that trend line? I told you. Trend line bounce. Bam. And what else? What else I told you about? Gap fill, baby. VIX. Oops. Gap fill all right on down. I told you. You know I wouldn't lie to you. You know I wouldn't lie to you. Go to VIX. What I told you.
690 before the end of day push.
Yep. And all based off that gap fill. That VIX gap fill. I told you. We called it. Look at that. Chubb, look at that trend line bounce. Perfectly. I told y'all. Perfect trend line bounce. You can't make this up. Look at that. Every time we hit that trend line, bounce. Perfect. You can't get no better than this.
Atomic Disaster says, "You're not gonna believe me, but I'm still holding my call from this morning."
What was it? Yours was 690, right? I mean, as long as that trend line holds, I mean, you got room to possibly push up that 688 to 690. So I mean, you still got room to push.
Disaster says, yes.
Okay, so right now we're at 688.
69 says, I see it looks scary.
Yeah, but Chubb, what I told you, boss. Trend line bounce. Trend line bounce. Trend line watch. If I mark this off, look, your demand zone. Every time you hit that trend line, look at that. Green. That's your sign for a cause. Trend line, bounce. 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 Perfect.
8.34 we have to get above and hold.
Let's see. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, look the way this is set up. Red trend line equals puts. Green trend line equals calls. Look at this. Every time we hit the green trend line, call opportunity. Call opportunity. Oop, I ain't mean to do that. Let me go back a little bit. I hate when I do this with this damn thing. It moves too quick. My fault. My bad, guys. This thing's a little slick when I'm messing with it. All right, here we go. All right, look. Green trend line, calls. Green trend line, calls. Green trend line, call. Green trend line, calls. Look at that. Chubb, wasn't my lines like damn near spot on? My trend line was spot on for call opportunities and even for put opportunities. Look at that. And Atomic, didn't I call that out, boss? I said watch that green. I said watch that trend line. I said watch as we pull back down to this old high day level right here, around this 685.87. Remember I said that in our chat room. I said that, right? I said look for this area when I told hardware where we could pull back down to. I said look like we could pull back down to that 685.87 to 686. Did I lie to y'all? Right here, bam, bounce right back on up. Called it. Damn near spot on. And look at that. Trend line bounce, right back on up. From red to green. Now bonds are stepping back. Man, look, you can't even make this up. Look how beautiful trend line held. Look how beautiful the play. Look how beautiful the transition from sellers to buyers.
Are you in a call?
I did earlier. I was on excuse me. I did CRWV earlier. I did that one. Yeah, I should have jumped back in. Now, the reason why I didn't jump in earlier, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Atomic, my internet was down right around lunch. That's what took me so long to get on my live stream, because I had to wait for the internet for the cable company, the provider, to get everything back and running. Because I was about to gear up for my live stream for 1 o'clock. Next thing I know, everything went blank. Because I was trying to type to you on my Discord, and it wouldn't allow my message to go through. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look at my boxes blinking. So I had to call the internet provider to see what the hell was going on. Man, Chubb, y'all the man. Appreciate y'all for always believing in me. But now, I had called the internet provider because I had to wait for the automated bullcrap to come on to like, what the hell is the problem? Why, what's going on with the internet? It was a power outage. Not electrical, but just internet-wise. Because, like, every time it gets cold, we get cold weather, it always triggers the internet for some apparent reason. Yeah, so I had to miss out because I had to wait for the internet to come back on. The only thing I could use was my hotspot on my phone. Now, I can't do a live stream on my hotspot because it takes up too much of my, whatchamacallit. So I had to wait for the internet provider to get everything restored. So, yeah, I had to miss out on that. Yeah, that was stupid on their end. I ain't gonna even call them out. I mean, because I want to keep a good relationship with them, so I'm not gonna call them out. I ain't gonna call them out. So right now, I know he's still holding in. So
watch this fake out to the upside.
Yeah. So okay. So as we pushing on up, so let's see what's gonna be the next key level that we're gonna be facing as we go up. So we know we have a lot of these highs that we got to deal with from intraday. You have these old highs, which is right up here, and then you have these other two. So let me see, make a duplicate copy.
688.34 resistance.
What was this high? Was 88.97? 88.97. Then we're gonna go into today's intraday's highs. So 88.97. We got those based off the based off these back areas here. And then we're going to see from intraday, from today's highs. So let's see. All right, let's take a closer look at that one from today.
Atomic Disaster says, maybe going back to WAP.
Yeah, so let's see. And also, let's take a look at VIX too. So, because what would have caused VIX to bounce to make SPY pull back? So, we're right, as far as VIX, we know we're right around 14. But we still got room to fill on that gap fill with VIX. So, I mean, right now, as far as VIX goes, we done fell back underneath that key level, underneath that 1429, that high day. So right now, we done fell back underneath that level here. So you may get a little bit of bounce in here now, but you got an overall downtrend on VIX. I mean, look at VIX. So you may get a little bounce from time to time, but look at the overall pattern, what it's doing, Atomic. Look right here, boss. You just been downtrending.
Not enough time for VIX to reset.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I hate about it. Like, it's always at the end of the freaking market. But, I do give SPY credit that we are holding back up towards the upside. So I do give it that we may be trying to go back into a range. So I do give it that at this time. That is slowly trying to go back into a range. So let's just figure out what it's trying to do at this moment. So let's try to figure things out. And also I'm gonna look at my 12-hour chart to see what's some key levels too. Where's my 12-hour chart? Where you at? That's my what's my 12-hour? How we looking on you? Because it looked like they're trying to go within another, like a range. That's what it looked like this bad boy is trying to do. So let me try to put the pieces of the puzzle together on you. So right now, we still got this uptrend still holding. It's a range that is trying to hold. It's definitely a range that's trying to hold, for sure. Because, I mean, you got these bottoms overall, and you got these tops overall.
We are at the resistance on my range.
Okay. So so this is the range I have as of now for right now, Atomic. So, I mean, based off of Friday, last week. So we got these tops, these are like overall tops right around the 92, 90 levels. And then we have these bottoms like right here. So it's a specific range that they're trying to hold. So could it be 88 to 90? It's a specific range that they're definitely trying to hold or stay above. So let me see something. Let me try to map this out real quick on what they're trying to do as we're going into tomorrow's level. So let me try to paint it out. So we already held these bottoms. So let me use 88.
688 to 686.
Okay, so all right. So let me see. All right, so right now let me mark that off green. So I want to try to see can we hold this because what I'm doing is I'm trying to base it off of this little area here. Trying to see can they try to stay within this little frame, this little range, right at 88. All right, so we know what the bottoms are trying to hold right here. Almost trying to make it like almost like a bull flag. So let's see what the tops is. We're gonna figure it out going into tomorrow. We're gonna definitely figure this out. All right. Let me try to mark it off. So 88 for right now. I'm trying to figure out this little range as of now. Okay. So 88 is trying to hold for sure at the bottom. Damn. But overall, this uptrend is still holding. I mean, no, this overall uptrend is still, because the bottom's held. So all it's doing is trying to slowly rotate his way back up. It's trying to slowly rotate his way back up. So right here, look like, again, yeah, 88 is trying to hold for sure. 88 is definitely trying to hold for sure. So let me max out. Let me take these off right now. We don't need these until we get to those bottoms. So, because I don't want to have too many lines on the chart. So let me take these off for sure. All right, close you out. Close you out. We don't need you right now. We'll just darken these. So we don't have too many lines on the chart. All right, take you out. Okay. So we did hold above that area. I'm gonna figure it out. Trust me. I'm gonna figure this bad boy out. Hold up.
Jtraedz says, hi, how high silver SLV can go? I bought call on it at 63 holding.
No, we hit, I was just looking at silver not so long ago. I think we had hit highs around, 80? Something like that? I'm gonna take a look at it though, Queen. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm just trying to figure SPY out real quick, like this range, because I know it came down to as low as those bottoms. So I'm trying to see what this little level is right here, because I'm trying to utilize. See, I'm trying to utilize this little area here, right across the board, to see can I utilize for support.
Today.
And no, let me see. Could it be up to this 89.50? This little area that used to be support now can be for some resistance. Let me see. Let me take a deeper look at my chart real quick. Let me see. How are we looking on the 12? Yeah, so it's somewhere in that little bracket. I know it's going to be somewhere in that bracket, though. Because you still got room to still fall on VIX. For sure. All right, 12-hour time frame. Let me take a look at you. Oh, CRWV. Need to go SPY. SPY real quick. 180. Let me take a look at you. What you doing? All right. Where you at? Where you at? So far. Where you at right now? See, overall, I mean, we got this big uptrend still holding on SPY. Based on my 12-hour. See, the only thing that's in the way right now, you still got heavy resistance right around that 690, 691. Because every time you hit it, you fall. Hit, you fall. So, I think it's stay above 85. Because this is the old resistance now. Could be possible support. As long as they stay within this range, you got to take these levels out first. You got to take these levels out in order to get, towards to create new record-breaking highs. So, based off my 12, I know these levels we definitely got to take out, because every time we hit, we fall. So that's going to be strong resistance.
Atomic Disaster says, I just need them to get back to 691.
Yeah, so based up, but you see my 12, see this is going to be the area we got some strong resistance at. Because you can see every time we hit, we do a green or red move. So we know where the sellers are sitting at, between 90 to 91. So let me see if I can try to color, let me see if I can try to color code it. How we did last time when we was marking up the territories. So kind of like right here is where your sellers will be sitting at. Like right in this zone. Because you can clearly see that. And then as far as demand zone, because we did hold.
Atomic Disaster says, right now we can't even get past 688.34.
Yeah, so okay, so as long as we can stay above this 85, I mean, it's gonna hold a range. I mean, because okay, so
that's been key resistance for the day.
Yeah, so if you notice on my 12-hour time frame, Atomic, we got this uptrend still moving. See that? You got this uptrend still moving. Look at this. You got this uptrend still trying to pile up, because you are building a higher low still. Look at this. Still higher low, still trying to build its way up. So I see that. So just keeping us in this range of this 91-ish area back down to this 85. So if we could take this area here, where we had the strong pullback, which is around 85, utilize that as support. Kind of stay within this range. I can see us getting into a tighter wedge. You notice that? So as long as we stay into this level here, that wedge is gonna get tighter and tighter and tighter. So I can see that setup. I can definitely see that. So I'm trying to mark it out as perfectly as possible.
this goes to 85, I'm gonna cry.
I mean, well, as long as we hold 85, I mean, like I said, Atomic, as long as because again, we can utilize 85. Again, resistance, turn that bad boy into strong support, right? Because now we're on top of it. Because you see, when we were underneath it, look where those sellers came in aggressive, right? That means they held up a strong resistance at one point. If we can hold 85, but build on top of it, right? That means build up higher lows. 85s, 86, 87s, and continuously stay within that range. And like I said, look at this wedge that we're still building. Look at, I mean, we still got a lot of room to still go.
Disaster says, you're looking at the longer picture.
Yeah. No. And I'm also looking at the range too. Because like I said, look where your sellers sitting at. I mean, we can clearly see it.
Says, hello.
Chart Queen, what's up, beautiful? So yeah, so like I said, Tommy, we know where the sellers are sitting at, boss.
Disaster says, I'm just worried about today.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So, let me see. Yeah, so, I mean. Alright, so let me take a look at today. Because I know you look at it, because you more focused on today. I mean, so like I said, the uptrend said, look at this. Buyers are still holding. See? So, buyers are still holding. So, let me see. And then we still got that fade. Because, okay. Atomic. Right now, like I said, VIX is still fading. So we need VIX to fade. Like I said, we can, because look where we at right now. So right now with VIX, we're at 1407. And we still got this gap fill to go down to. So look where the gap fill started. So on VIX, look, the VIX, the gap fill started right around 1360, 1370. So we're not yet still close to it. And look at this. And VIX is on a downtrend. So, the minute we crack 14, SPY's gonna push. It's just slow. I mean, I know it's slow and I know it's painful. Trust, boss.
VIX still up 3.68%.
Yeah, so but look at the slow trend down. Look, 1406, right? We're still getting closer to 14. Yeah, but look very closely. We're getting closer and closer to 14. And look at this pattern. We downtrending right now. And then again, look how much room we still got to fill up this gap. So that means, and look, SPY still holding 688. Because Chubb.
Here we go, we need to hold.
Yeah, exactly. So Chubb, remember what I told you about the $2 increments, right? Chubb, we went over this. Remember, Chubb, use my witness. What did I say? SPY likes to move by $2 increments, right? 686. Now you at 688. What's going to be the next key level? We're thinking about it from a $2 increment standpoint, 690, right? So that means the more that we yank on VIX going down, filling up that gap fill, SPY should push its way up. So right now you got a nice red to green on this bad boy with a nice transition. And again, due to that trend line still holding, look how much room you still got to go back up to the upside. So let VIX just keep falling. We want to get that crack below 14, down into the 1380s. Down into the 1360, because therefore that gap fill will be clean and clear, back down to the downside. So right now, look at SPY, still holding up. Look at this. Nice transition, nice engulfing green candle, still looking healthy, holding 688. Now we just need to get these buyers to get that push, because that's going to get us above all the other indicators, because you're above the VWAP, you're already above the 9 EMA. The only one you got left is this 20 EMA. Above that, you got that 50 SMA that's gonna be right above your head. That's gonna give us an indicator gap fill. So notice, Atomic, once we get above that 20 EMA, you're gonna have that 50 SMA. Look right here, and look where it's lined up with, around 689. You'll do an indicator gap fill. You'll go from these indicators, this gap fill, up to that indicator. See that? You go from here to here. You'll go up to this possible price point, and look how it's building up. Look how it's slowly building up, boss. Look at this. Look at your buyers. Slowly building up, trying to go for that possible indicator gap fill. Nah, don't get me wrong. I know it's a pain in the ass when they have to do all of that at the end of the damn market. I hate that too. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. When they have all opportunities to do this in the middle of the market, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they always like to wait towards the end of the damn market to want to finally do something. But they doing it. You gotta give them props on that. They doing it. I mean, after this nice sell-off, going from straight sellers to buyers, look at your candle transitions. Look at this. You're going from sellers to buyers, red to green. So you have way more buyers now stepping in because they're trying to hold a certain level. So right now, for sure, they're on top of 688. You can clearly see that. You can remember I told you, we seen somewhat of a bull flag pattern setting up too. So 688 is holding. Now, can we get this push up towards this up to 689 to roughly 690? So let's see. I mean, right now it's going in the right direction. I mean, we're looking good. We definitely got that nice rotation going on. Looking pretty decent. 688.50, cool. 688.50, you're 50 cents away from what? 689. So we're 50 cents away, 688.60. Bam, 40 cents away. So let's keep going. Bam, told you that, baby. Come on, VIX. 14 need to drop. 14, baby. Let's see this 13. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, VIX. Crack 14, baby. Give my guy Tommy what he want. Give him what he want. Let's crack this 14 down into the 13s, 1390s, 1380s. Let's see it. Come on, baby. You right there. We got some more to go. Let's fill this gap fill on down. Come on. Fill it. Let's start seeing some 13s, 1390s. Come on, baby. Come on. Crack it.
Chubbalicious 69 cents.
Come on, baby. But Chubb, you see what I did was how easy it was for me to read it. From my patterns. Look at this. How easy it was to read my patterns. We hit that green trend line, buy, step in. Green trend line, buy, step in. Green trend line, buy, step in. Red trend line, sellers. Red trend line, sellers. Red trend line, sellers. Red trend line. But you see that? Easy pattern. Uptrend. Got that pull back down towards what? That old high day. Where was it at? Let me go back a little bit. Go back. What was that old key level at? Right here. All I did was take this old higher day, went right across the board as we fell on down for the possible bouncing opportunities. And where did you come in at? Bam. Nice bounce, red to green. Look at that. Look at that nice, beautiful bear trap. And buyers came back on in, got right back above that trend line, reversed. Beautiful play. Look at that. Look how beautiful that trend line held. From tops to bottom, from bottom to tops. Man, you can't get no better than that. And then also, what did we call out? Possible gap fill on down. Me and Tommy talked about this since this morning. The gap fill, possible gap fill. I told him, look on his 5 minute. Look at VIX. I said, look at that possible gap fill we have to go down. If VIX can commence on that downtrend or that gap fill, spot should be going back on up. So all we gotta do now is get that slow, get that pull. It's just a waiting game. I mean, that's what it is. It's just a slow waiting game. And I know sometimes it can be a pain in the ass, especially when you got a 1-0. That's why I tell you guys, especially towards this time of the market, do not use a 0 DTE because it gets slow. But at the same time, around this time, this is manipulation time. So that's why I really don't like trading around 3:30 because that manipulation starts to kick in. Like you'll get a lot of manipulation towards the end of the market, especially 30 minutes before the market close. You'll start to see something randomly happen. That's the only reason I do not like trading at no 3 o'clock, 3:30. I hate trading that shit.
I only trade 2 weeks out contracts.
Yeah, that's what I do too, Queen.
Atomic Disaster says, I love scouting at this time, LOL. The Charting Queen says, reserve more capital, guys.
Yep, so watch this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert. Because I want to see this cracking. I'm going to put an alert just to get the ball rocking and rolling. I'm going to put an alert right at 14 because that's what we need to crack on VIX to get that push on SPY. We're right by it too. Damn, by the time I said it, my alert's going to probably hit it. By the time I said it's going to probably hit it. Let's see if it's going to hit it. Come on, 14. Come on, VIX. Come on, VIX. Give my guy what he want, man. We want to crack it to the 1390s, 1380s. We want to fill that gap. We want to fill that gap down this way. We're going to finish filling it all the way down this way. Come on, baby. I know you got it in you. You got this downtrend in you already. You might as well finish it. Come on, SPY. Come on, SPY. So, but guys, you see how easy it was to... Hear my alert just go off, huh? 14. Told you. So let's go. Let's see some 1390s. Come on, 14. Come on. Let's go, man. Come on, sellers. Let's get that pull. We almost there. Come on, $14. Let's crack it. It's the only thing, just be so slow. That's the only thing I hate. Oh, that slowness. Oh, they used to kill me when I first started dealing with my contracts. Oh man, they used to kill me because it was so slow. I was like, oh my god. But I mean, we're still moving in as far as VIX though. We're still moving in the right direction. It's just slow as hell. It's just very, very slow. Downtrend still commencing. We just gotta start to see that 1390s. See some 13 price points. I mean, it look like it's gearing up too. So let's see it. To do it. Come on, man. Stop babysitting. Stop babysitting. Come on, let's see some 13s. I gotta take a lot. I gotta take some more medicine when I get off of here. Oh my god, this like head cold killing me. Keep it on watch too, guys. I'm keeping on watch. But man, that trend line held up beautiful. That trend line held up beautiful. That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Held up pretty decent. But that's why I'm saying this. We gotta understand how to put your price points, understand the psychological levels. To not put yourself in a position of chasing, getting caught in the wrong side of momentum, you know, and that's it. I mean, just understand psychological levels. And just have fun with it, man. Like, have fun with it. And guys, if y'all need that atomic, tell if y'all need those profit things, let me know and I can post it out for you guys. These, let me repost it. Yeah, let me know.
Jtraedz says, can you check $LAES how low can go? I have lots of shares long term, please.
Okay, I got you, Queen. I got you. LAES. Did we play that back then? I remember that price. Wait, you in the long term or short? Wait. You trying to go? You said long, right? Like, what is your target? What's your target on it? Well, I'm trying to also find that. Let me go to that profit thing too. So yeah, if y'all need this, guys, let me know and I'll post it. This right here. Oops. Yeah, if y'all need this, let me know and I'll send this to y'all. Where y'all can, focus on y'all levels, y'all daily levels, just kind of, just stay on top of it. So what you do is, once you start, and the reason why you have these boxes, you mark them off to let you know, you're succeeding, you're doing well as far as keeping up with your daily goals. You do well at 50, mark it off. That means you should be marking off your weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly. That's what that's for. That's what the checkbox are for. So that's meaning that you're doing well. You're progressing. So if y'all need this, just let me know. And I'll send this to y'all. So it goes all the way up to level 7. All the way up to level 7. Oh, let me LES too. Let me take a look at this. Wait, what the hell was I doing? So she's trying to hold it long term? Let me see. Man, you see how he's just sitting right there? I hate that. I can't stand that Joe be irking my nerves. Alright, LES. LAES. LAES. And you trying to see it long term wise? How are we looking?
Atomic Disaster says, trying to finish the weekly today.
Gotcha, boss. Gotcha. Yeah, it's just a waiting game. I want to see this crack on VIX. You say long term. Oh. Shoot. LES. Damn, where are these true bottoms at on you? Let's see. Because right now, I mean, it's still kind of...
Jtraedz has donated $1.99.
Oh, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen. Appreciate it.
Jtraedz the super chatted $1.99.
Man, Queen, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate you. So let's see what we can do with. All right, so we got these levels. Might have to go out a little bit further. Let me try to just place these levels real quick. Let me see what I can do. All right, let's see what these bottoms. All right, so we got these bottoms here. All right, let's try to just pan this out, figure things out. All right, tops around here to start off with here. So you rotate it up, rotate it down. Then you got these secondary levels here. So if you're trying to go, So it's gonna be some air coming because right now it's still looking weak. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, Nadi. Right now it's still looking weak right now. Don't have a lot of buying volume just yet. I'm not saying that it's not, but right now, I mean, it's just right now it's still looking kind of still bearish. Still looking a little weak, like still coming down from a downtrend. Yeah, see, based off these levels, I mean, still in this downtrend setup still. Because, I mean, you're going to have to break back above, you're going to have to break above this 466. Oh, how low?
Low can go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You said low. I do apologize. Let's go. Oh, cool, Jesus. How far back? Good Lord. I mean, you got this level here first. I mean, right here be the first level here. That's gonna be around that.
Says, I want to buy shares.
Okay. So you have this level here first. That's gonna be around this 358ish level. You can see right here where you bounce. So you have like a strong. So you have this level here. Now the only thing. Watch this, because the only thing I'm gonna say, because you're on a descending wedge, and it does look like it's getting like it's kind of closing, like it's kind of getting a little weaker and weaker. I mean, it look like you're building lower highs than higher lows. Because I mean, look at your tops.
Under $3.
Yeah, I mean, because if you look at it,
Atomic Disaster says it's creating a double bottom now.
Yeah, because I mean, right here you can clearly see this. I mean, level, but I mean, look like it's building higher. I mean, lower highs though. See that? Bam, bam. See, I mean, this area is a lot more accurate. I mean, here, because right here you have way more bodies stepping in. Yeah, more of a stronger push off of this bad boy. You talking about double bottom right here, boss? You talking about Tom? You talking about double bottom here on LAES? It just still look like a little weak though. I mean, it looks like a lower high building. Still like it can still pull back some more. It don't look very strong. Still looks weak. I would definitely have an area like right around this area here. Let me just clarify that. What was the open? Okay, got 360. I was close. All right, say 360. So I'm gonna put a little mark right here first.
Jtraedz says it's Qualcomm Play Graphic 1.
Yeah, so I got these bottoms here, and then you're gonna have these tops up here. All right, cool. So we got these top areas here, and then we got these low areas here. But it does look like it's building lower highs though than higher lows, because I mean you got this descending wedge where it looks like it's getting tighter and tighter, but it just looks very still bearish. Because you're underneath all your indicators, and it just does like put it like this. It looks like it's doing this.
Atomic Disaster says looks like a downtrend to 3.60, but could bounce upside overnight.
Yeah, see, this is what it look like it's doing right now, Atomic. That's what it look like it's doing. See, look like it's building lower highs, like back down to that 360. Yeah, I mean that's why I'm telling her to keep her eyes peeled on 360. So it does look like it's doing this. So, but if we were to crack 360, I mean your next key level is gonna possibly be like right down to this next key level. But it does look like still building lower highs though than higher lows. So let me go back. So next key level on down, if we were to crack, is gonna be this next key level back down this way. That's gonna be around 250-ish. It's gonna be right around the 250.
Atomic Disaster says, what is the support on that last drop?
Well, right here where we at, right here? That is about almost about 380. Look at around 380-ish.
Atomic Disaster says, before today.
Yeah, look around 380. Let me see. Yeah, about 380. Yeah, about 380. So about a 20 cents difference. Yeah, from 380 to 360.
Atomic Disaster says, so you could see a bound here.
Yeah, so I see, between 380 and 360. So I see those two key levels. But it's just the way this is setting up. It look like, but like I said, it look like lower highs than higher lows, though. It's the only thing. Because it look like these candles, I mean, seeing upper shadow, it just looks like it's just. Because I wonder if they can pull back down, like get a deep pullback, but then recover right back, you know, between 60 to 80. Like get a deep pullback where they can kind of create like a fake out crack down and then go back up. Almost something like almost like they did here. And they recovered it right back on up. Yeah, because you got a huge descending wedge, so it all depends what's about to happen. Yep, between this 80 to 60 level right here, Nadia. Because you definitely want to see some pullback failures. Some lower shadows, kind of like we got like right here. You want to see some pullback failures. You'll see majority of some buying pressure coming in. When you see lower shadow, and you see that nice reversal. So you definitely want to see a lot of lower shadows. Because right now, look like it's just still getting slowly beat down. Slowly getting beat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert.
Jtraedz says, thanks.
Yeah, so I'm going to set 2 alerts. I'm going to set 2 alerts, one at 80 and one at 60. So I'm going to set 2 alerts for those levels. The one that Atomic called out and the one I have as well. So they just like a 20 cents difference. So they may pull back towards the end of the market, towards the end, and try to, we'll see. Because it looked like that's what it's trying to set up to do.
69 says, love brother, see you tomorrow, guys.
Man, you too, Boston. Thank you so much for everything, man.
Says, it's definitely forming a falling wedge.
Yeah. Oops, my bad. I think I said my bad. I said that wrong. My fault. I meant to put the below. My bad. That's why my alert just went off. Ignore that. All right, there we go. 2 alerts. Yeah, so I got 2 alerts, Nadia. So
Disaster says, later, Chug.
Tommy, thank you so much for coming through too, man, and dropping incredible insights, man. God bless you, boss. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, boss. And now you're always welcome. And Chubb and all of y'all, man. Y'all always welcome, man. This is y'all platform. Y'all know this, man. Oh, Atomic, did you see the lunch before you leave? You saw the break room? Before you head out, did you see the break room? Y'all already know I gotta show everybody the break room for anybody leave. The little chill spot. So instead of just this platform.
Disaster says, no.
Alright. Let me make sure I don't. Let me make sure I got everything set. Lunch. Alright. You ready? In a matter of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. My bad. Welcome to the crib. Welcome to the chill pad, where we watch some movies, play some play some PlayStation, play some little arcades, take a little flight in the helicopter, ride a train. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Tommy? What you think, boss?
Atomic Disaster says, LOL.
We can drink some champagne, take a little chill on the couch, play some pool, But nah.
Disaster says, dope.
Yeah, and I have one set for different themes. I meant to put the one for Christmas, but I had to go out of town, so I wasn't able to do it. But yeah, I normally have a Christmas setting, like for different holidays. I'll have one for Easter.
Says, CRWV is not moving today.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, that's why I kind of stopped watching it. But let's go back into to the chat room and to the charts, guys, and let's finish today out. And we'll get ready to rock and roll for tomorrow, because we know we got about 2 more days before. Don't forget, another holiday, New Year's, guys. So let's get ready to rock and roll. So glad you enjoyed it, Tommy. Appreciate you, boss. Let's get ready to rock and roll, guys. Let's go. All right, we back. Oh, I gotta give love to Nadia anyway for the donation, for the dono. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Show that queen some love, man. She just gave me a dono, man. What am I doing? Thanks so much for the donation. Oh, the super chat, not dono. Super thanks. My bad. Appreciate you, queen. And also, as usual, W mods, W chat. Thank y'all for everything that you guys do. Y'all know that. And once again, I thank y'all for helping me get to my level, man. 1K subs, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for all of that. I definitely thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. All right, let's keep it on. Let's keep it on watch, guys. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. See, it looks like they're still trying to hold a level, man. Right at the 688, man. So right now, it looks like they're trying to go sideways. Because right now, you're getting a bounce off of that 14 on VIX. So we need to crack VIX, that 14 for that pullback. Because, I mean, it looks like we're getting a nice little bounce for possible rejection, almost like a little bull trap, and then yank back down. So we're going to see. So we want to go get that little bounce on up, catch those buyers, trap them, and pull back down. Because we almost there, man.
Atomic Disaster says, fell back below my resistance.
Yeah, that's because you got a little bounce right at 14 on VIX. Little bounce 14, but you still got this little downtrend setup. So they may be setting up some bull traps after they catch these buyers and go for the next leg down. So that's possibly what they may be doing, Atomic. After this little bounce, you know, a little breakout, little fake out, and then go for that next leg on down. Because that's what they've been doing all day. Go up, catch buyers, back on down. Go up, buyers, back on down. Go up, catch buyers, back on down. It has been downtrending. It's just slow as hell. That's the only thing. It's just slow. Slow and painful right now. Slow. Oh, and let me see goes, and she brought up CRWV. And wasn't doing nothing. Yeah. It made a move this morning. It definitely made a move this morning, but after that, I mean, it didn't do nothing after that. I think we ran up towards like, what it was, how did we go this morning? Oh, yeah, about 80, 78, and then we got that pull back down. After that, it just went sideways. Yeah, so it's not doing too much of nothing. I mean, the next possible key level on CRWV, Nadia, because I know y'all looking at that too. It's just sideways. I mean, right now it's nothing.
Atomic Disaster says, no, they are playing me out. That's what they are doing. Not gonna bounce until market closes as usual.
Yeah, how they yeah.
Take my money, LOL.
Yeah. You talking about, and I know exactly what you're talking about because they used to do that to me. Talking about when they stall you out, huh? When it don't move, it don't do nothing. It just goes sideways, and then towards almost the end of the market, then they move. I know it's, man, I already know what you're talking about. Cause I used to get caught that all the time. Oh, I hated that. Oh my God, I hated that. Boy, that time decay would kick in, and it just going sideways, not doing nothing. That's why I had to learn from my mistakes. I only use my 0 DTE for the first 90 minutes of the market when it's the most volatile. And then after the lunch hours, then I'll switch over to like either the next day or a week out, and that's it. You know, I mean, but I had to learn from my mistakes. That's when you get those slow, consolidated areas where it's just, oh my God, I used to hate that. Especially, and especially when you don't have anything to push. Like you don't have any major datas, no major earnings, no FOMC meetings, nothing to give it a boost. Where you just kind of, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I can't stand that crap. Oh, I hate it. And I know that. I know your pain. Trust me. I used to get caught in that all the time. I hated it. Cause what will piss me off, it will make the move that I wanted to make when I'm out of the contract. It'll make it like in either after hours or pre-market the next day, but it couldn't do it the day I was in it. So that'd be one thing that pissed me off. Oh, it was like they did it on purpose. Oh, I used to get so mad behind that. They wait till I'm out of the play, then they make the move I wanted to make. I'm like, I see what y'all doing. Y'all ain't. Excuse me. All right, guys, 20 more minutes, man. 20 more minutes. Tomorrow, I will come on early. I will be here at, I'll be going on at 9:15. Like I said,
says, gotta wear your poker glasses so they can't see your next move.
Facts. You ain't lying, boss. You ain't lying. But I did say like they was gonna hold some type of range. I mean, cause like I said, I was gonna try to. We held these bottoms. It's like they trying to hold a range. Cause we're not dropping. It's like they're definitely trying to hold a range, like especially above, trying to hold above that 88. Let me see if I see anything. If those bars, I want to see if bars can hold 688. Oh, this is an ugly play. The only thing I can read off of that, the only thing I read off of it was a inverted cup and handle pattern. I can't say head and shoulders because we're not back underneath 88. We holding above 88. they still holding this uptrend. They trying to hold a certain level. They're trying to hold a level. Some type of range. That's what I'm trying to figure out, what range are they trying to hold.
Atomic Disaster says 686.90 to 688.34 is the range they're holding.
686. Oh, 686. Oh, what did I have? Oh, yeah. That was based off of these bottom. Oh, I'm talking about like up here. I'm trying to see if they're trying to hold like after this pullback. I was trying to see if they're trying to hold a range, between here to here. Where they're trying to, run back up. But, yes, I still got my 86 levels. I still got all that. Oh, you talking about that? Okay, you talking about that pre-market bottom. I know what you're talking about. That's the level you called out earlier. I listen. I pay attention. I pay close attention to what everybody say. Because that was the level you talked about this morning. I don't forget nothing. Just remember numbers. Numbers just stay stuck in your head. Because I remember you called that. You did call that. I remember that specifically. See, right now, buys. See how buys are trying to keep
Atomic Disaster says, look at what VIX is doing.
It's only up 4 cents though. That's the thing. It's bouncing, but it's only up like 4 cents from that bottom of $14. It didn't make like a massive move up yet. Let me not say nothing before I jinx it. Let me shut up. Because it's only at 14.04. And it's still looking, look, 14.03. It's still looking weak. Because I'm look at the direction though of timing. Look right here, boss. We just need to get these sellers to yank and stop playing. Because it didn't make a big move up. It just only went up, what, 3 cents? 3 or 4 cents. And it's just so slow. Like, goodness gracious. It's just... Oh, it's slow. I mean, but even today was just kind of ugly. I mean, even off a 1 hour time frame, it just looked horrible. I mean, you had all red candles on down from pre-market all the way into the mid intraday. I mean, well, it was clearly sellers. And then now you switched over to calls. So, question is, now that we have majority of sellers in pre-market and mid intraday, could we start having buyers from the rest of intraday into after hours, trying to hold a key level, doing like a red to green move, going into pre-market tomorrow? Because you notice how we came down from last week into today. Red to green, now back on top of 688. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Matter of fact, let me check the any major data coming out tomorrow. Let me double check the economics too on that. What's coming out tomorrow? Tomorrow. What do we have? Anything in Chicago PMI? Okay, we have the FOMC meeting minutes. I don't really see too much tomorrow that'll make a huge impact in the market. I don't see too much really nothing tomorrow. All right, not too much data coming out tomorrow. Go this little pullback. Let's see. God, this is so slow. Yeah, that's why I avoid trading at the end of the market like this. I hate trading at the end like this. It gets so slow and then manipulated. Because then it'll do something like random. It'll do something random, like damn near towards the market close. It'll do something out of the ordinary. Now, the only time, I ain't gonna lie, the only time I used to like getting towards the end of the market was when I knew CPI data was coming out or PCE data was coming out, because I knew what they would be doing or how they would set up, because they would purposely pull back on purpose. And they'll come down to lower key areas, so buys can step in for the move back on up.
Allow back to be wet.
1408. Yeah, see, that's why I avoid this. See what I mean, Atomic? That's why I avoid this, like this type of crap, like towards the end of the market, because they just, I hate this. That's why, if anything, like, that's why I say, like, something like this would be your best type of move when you see the transition. That's why I say when you wait on the pullbacks down here, catch those bottoms, when you get to move back on up and get the hell out. Like ASAP. Like, that's what I wait for. Like, I wait for moves to come down to certain key areas. That's why I was calling this area out when I said they could possibly utilize this old higher day around the 685.87 back this way. Right here would have been a good pullback bouncing opportunity. Then get right back on top of that trend line for a nice red to green. you would have got out, done. That'd have been it. Because again, you still would have made $2 up. Because like I said, if you would have caught these bottoms like right around the 86 up to 88, that'd have been $2 up anyway. In and out, done. But this type of shit right here, I mean, I avoid. Like, I avoid chasing on the downside. I wait for pullbacks and then wait for movements towards the upside. Because I avoid, man, I used to get caught in this crap all the time. I used to hate that crap. Boy, I'd be cursing, want to throw a computer. Alright, boy, I used to get pissed off. Boy, you just don't know.
Atomic Disaster says, all good. I'm out for the day.
Oh, you want me to show you? And I'm gonna show you another trick, and there's no secret to it too, guys. I mean, Atomic, I'll show y'all too. Another thing I use. So not only do when I watch my 1 hour time frame on, see, I have 2 monitors, right? So the side that y'all have, this the side that I stream on, and then I have another side where I trade on. So I do have another 1 hour chart, but this one has the RSI on it, and it comes in handy. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it does come in handy. So, okay. So this is the one I use when I'm trading. So see, you see how I already have my 180 and my 1 hour chart when I'm trading? So okay, I use my RSI even on my daily. My intraday. So when I would see pullbacks or something like that, I'm looking at my RSI. See that? When you're getting overextended, I look for pullbacks. So that's another thing I use. You can use your RSI for dailies, for intradays too. You ain't gotta just use it for for like dailies, monthly, and all that crap. You can use it for intradays. So I would normally use it like this for my 1 hour, just to kind of get an idea. It was getting so oversold that we're getting into an area of support, which is why I was calling this level out. So if you notice, as we got oversold on my RSI, on my intraday, look where we bounced at, right?
Atomic Disaster says, my RSI never comes off my charts.
Oh, what you talking about as far as separating it, or what you mean, boss? Like for here, all I did was just go to once I made my chart, all I did was go to my studies, and yeah, I put my
Atomic Disaster says, I waited all day.
Yeah, so I just have my okay. So I have mine right here. Yep, I separated, and all I did is just watch the setup. I watched for overbought. Overbought for possible put opportunities, and I watch oversold for possible bouncing. I mean, look how it matches up perfectly. Look at this. Look at this. That bad boy got oversold. Bam. That was a buy opportunity. And boy get overbought. Put opportunity. So that's how I do it. I mean, like I said, a lot of people don't realize that you can still use RSIs for intradays. You don't have to just be based off of dailies. You can use for intradays too. Some of y'all ain't know, huh? So I told y'all, man, I like to make my trading as easy as possible. Easy.
Atomic Disaster says, later, brother, catch you tomorrow.
All right, man, you too, boss, man. We're going to get ready to gear up for tomorrow, man. We're going to definitely knock this out the park, man. And I'll be ready to rock and roll with y'all tomorrow, boss. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through, too. And let me give you some love for you before you head on out. You already know I got to salute to one of the GOATs. So, thanks for coming through, too, boss. Appreciate you. W. Appreciate you. It's one of the GOATs, man. Shout out to Atomic, man. Appreciate him. So, yeah, guys, we got about 12 more minutes. Still trying to hold above that 688. So, like I said, right now, too much of nothing. So, we're going to see. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on the range, and I'm going to realign everything for tomorrow, guys, and I'm going to put out the charts, and the price points on what we need to look out for tomorrow. I mean, we know what the tops is, what sellers sitting at this time, or what the areas that they're trying to protect, which is going to be around the 691. So you see right here, they're refusing to let buys get above 691s, of course, and 690s. And we know the bottoms, these are where the buyers are protecting, where they're refusing to let the sellers take out 686 to 685.87. So we know what the bottoms is, we know what the tops is, so creating a range, in other words, creating a range. So, yeah, we'll see where we go tomorrow. We'll see how we're going to plan out. We'll see. And I know I'm using a 1 hour chart. I know. I mean, even if I go to a 5, see if I go to 5, it's gonna be a little bit more. Let me see how it's gonna look. Go back to my 5-minute time frame. That ain't look bad. Okay, ain't look too bad. Still Still trying to slowly build. Now let me take see put all these back on my 5 minutes. Alright, there we go. Yeah, she ain't lying. See how you ain't do crap nothing. Just went sideways. Yeah, definitely ain't do nothing. Bad boy just went sideways out for the rest of the market. I ain't do a lick of nothing for CRWV. I mean, it's still holding 75, so it looks like it only ranged between 76.50 to 75. It ain't really do too much of nothing. So around these price points here, 75. Now I want to pull back as soon as I put that. All right, bam. So let's see. Spot starting to pull back a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how we're gonna line up tomorrow, guys. So like I said, I'll have the charts and everything reconfigured, and have the price point set in motion on, what we need to look out for on the long side, on the short side, and so forth. Because then we got about 2 more days before we cross over to New Year's, and we already know, it's Thursday, we're gonna be off. Be another day off, so we're not gonna have a full trading week until next week. So we'll see what we can do between today and today is over. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll see what we can get. But yeah, but even looking at this sometimes, guys, if you're not, if you're missing opportunities like this, don't force anything, man. I mean, especially if you don't feel like it's making too big of a move, where you could, just wait on opportunities for even bigger moves. Where spot can make it even, a bigger movement from a $2 standpoint to a damn near $4 to $5 standpoint. But you don't have to trade every day to make money. Just wait on opportunities to present themselves for even bigger opportunities. Because I mean, throughout the whole day, all you did really is go from 80, 89 to 86. So roughly $3 movement today. I mean, if you look at the prices this way, look, if you go this way, look at your prices. Around 89, 86. So pretty much a $3 move today. So I mean, it wasn't really. So I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I'm starting to pull back now. VIX starting to get a little bounce back up. That's why I told you. That's why I avoid. I told y'all anything that happened towards the end of the market. That's why I do not chase, or I do not put myself in these type of positions. That's why I say, if anything, wait for transitional opportunities. I mean, normally, what time do I told you that you normally see transitions between 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because after the first half of the market is done, then you have the second half of the market that comes in. So if you missed the first half of the market, your first 90-minute areas, as you went on a downtrend, okay, you could have played the second half of the market on an uptrend. Think about it. First half of the market, downtrend, and then as 12:30 rolled in, you went from a uptrend. But you see the transition? So you missed this first part of the move, or first half of the market movement, catch the second half. You missed this downtrend, all right, catch the uptrend. You had great entries, bam, from around 686 up towards the 680, 687s up to 688s. Could have just rolled it on up, caught it, ended. Yeah, easy. Easy. You went from one transition to the next, between first half to the second half of the market. In and out. Done. So right now, nothing too much right now. Like I said, we'll see what tomorrow's going to bring. Like, we're starting to pull back a little bit. But we'll see what tomorrow's going to bring. Got about 6 minutes, guys. Any questions, comments, or concern? Other than that, man, I will be rocking and rolling. Make sure I take some more medicine because I want to be healthy for you guys tomorrow for sure. I know I sound a little harsh right now. But other than that, I think that should be it. No, we don't have no earnings right now. They haven't released any earnings just yet. Major data, like I said, no major data for tomorrow. Trying to see if anything else that we need to go over. I think that should be it. And as usual, guys, for my Patreon members, as I always tell y'all guys, I always update everything via Patreon. Let me go to it real quick. Let me see. Let me go to my... All right. as you can see, guys, on my Patreon, for Patreon members, I'm always updating. I'm gonna update the SPYs recap as usual. And you can see right here, guys, I update this every morning. Put down breakdowns, SPY pre-market prep, which I did day one for today, December 29th. From a long standpoint, from a short standpoint, what type of pattern that you could be seeing. From a blue chip standpoint, these are from the paid members that requested these type of stocks, and I do go over those and put the areas that we need to retain, which that means hold. If you're looking at a long from a long standpoint, and I put the possible targets in that we need to look for. Also, I put in the news. Economics. What may be coming out today, what to look forward towards. What type of news may come out at 8:30, 10 o'clock, the important data. Then I go down into the news for today. Then, for more information, you click on it. And also have the drawing that I'll do post. So y'all can see that I have everything lit up. Everything there, how everything is looking, so forth. And so this is what I normally put on my Patreon. So, and as usual, I always put my news, of course, lessons, my stream, my recaps, and so forth, and that's pretty much it, man. Yep, so we got about 4 minutes, guys. Gonna be rocking and rolling. So let me give a shout out, love to everybody. Like I said, W to the team. If y'all new to my channel, y'all already know what time it is, guys. And again, thank y'all so much for helping me push towards 1K subs. If you are new to my channel, man, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, like, share, comment. And man, let's get it rocking and rolling, because that does mean a lot. It does help a lot. If you're on my Twitch, do follow or subscribe to avoid the ads, because I am a part of the program. So, that's Twitch's rules, not mine. So, just saying. But, man, thank you guys so much for everything, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm going to stay on with y'all till the bell rings, of course. But I think that should be it, though. I think that should be it. Should be it for us, man. So, right now, it look like we're just still ranging. So, I'm still keeping everything on watch. See where we go with tomorrow. How tomorrow's going to set itself up. Yeah, it was ugly. It was an ugly setup today. It's not gonna always be perfect. You're gonna have these type of days where it's ugly. You're gonna have it's just what it is. You just have these ugly days, man. Which in other words, you don't need to trade every day. That's why I said, especially if you don't see an opportunity on SPY, man, take the opportunity to look at other stocks. Look at other blue chip stocks. What could be setting up? What could be holding up? Take a look at, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia. See what any other stock could be holding up, an uptrend, some type of breakout. So therefore you're jumping in ahead of time or setting yourself up instead of, wasting time on something like this that's not doing anything. Because what makes SPY move are those blue chip companies. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, those type of companies. If you don't see SPY moving, see if those companies are moving. Let's take a look real quick before I head out. What time it is? Right here, I always have everything set up. All right, AMD. Go to AMD. If you don't see anything on AMD, all right, go to Apple. You don't see anything on Apple, all right, go to Google. You don't see anything on Google, all right, go to Microsoft. You don't see anything on Microsoft, all right, go to Amazon. See, but you see how I have my setup? All I gotta do is click on it. All I gotta do is click on it and figure things out. See, okay, if I don't see anything moving on SPY, okay, can I see anything else that that could be possibly moving? All right, let me go to Nvidia. All right, do I see anything on Nvidia? Nope. All right, let me go to Tesla. Do I see anything on Tesla? And so forth. But you see, I have my things set up where I don't have to waste my time on just watching SPY, where I can go to other things to kind of help me out a little bit better, or where I can have a better trading opportunity. We got about 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. So, like I said, I'll keep everything on. I'll keep everything on watch for you guys. Even after the market close, I'm gonna get everything set up. Tesla was a nice, good little pullback moment. Underneath what it was, that 470s almost. Damn near $10 pullback. To be honest, that was a good put opportunity. All right, guys, with it. That is it. Man, Man, but thank y'all so much for joining me, guys. I will be back in tomorrow for Take Profits Tuesdays. I will start my streams back at normal times at 9:15 because I did keep my promise. Once once we got up to 1K subs, I was gonna do it. So we're gonna start rocking and rolling. I'm gonna have everything set up for tomorrow. We're gonna go over our pre-market preparations. See on how the market is setting up. To see what type of opportunities we can have and knock it out from there. And we will be starting a small account challenge as well. So y'all gear up, get ready, have y'all game plan set in motion. Y'all already know what time it is because it's gonna be non-stop. We're going through the rest of the year. We're gonna be killing it, man. So I thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me put everything up. Y'all already know what time it is. Your boy about to be signing on off. Any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all can always hit me up at Jtraedz. Y'all already know what time it is, man. So y'all already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put green over green and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for Take Profits Tuesdays, man. Love y'all. Peace!
Subscribe for more content.